Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Schnozzcast. Your host today, Bob and Cory and Todd.
Well, Bob and Cory right now.
Todd's on the way. Working through some audio issues on his end. It's just part of the game.
That's what I hear.
We're broadcasting live here again from Uncle Ray's bar in Dearborn Heights, Michigan for the Detroit Lions versus Dallas Cowboys game on October 13th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. Cory, how are you?
Oh, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you.
We were out last night celebrating Bob's birthday, the old 5-5.
Double nickels.
Yep.
Yeah. It's very sobering.
I'm sure it is.
In many ways.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we had a good time last night, and now we're here for the Lions game. We already had kickoff.
Yep. Missed the first play, banned the kickoff. But, yeah, Lori threw me a great little shindig at her place. And so happy to have my family and friends there. And I think a good time was had by all.
And we have Todd.
Todd Dillon.
Can you hear us? All right, Todd might still be having some issues. Oh, you good? Okay.
All right.
Todd is all good.
Yeah.
I'm not good. I'm not
good.
No, he's not good.
All right, well, that's going to be a work in progress. Yeah, the worst part was when you have a birthday and you're an adult and somebody goes, oh, we should buy that person a cake. And you're like, that's really nice, because when you're an adult, and especially when you're a parent, no one really gives a shit about you anymore, and the fact that you get a cake at all is pretty amazing.
It was good cake, too. Cannoli cake?
It was good cake, but also they buy candles. Now, some people go for, like, okay, if you're above, like, 35, then they'll just put, like, a smattering of candles in the cake. Sometimes, if people want to be dicks, they'll just buy the numbers for your birthday. So the fact that she bought 2 5s to put on my cake,
she can get a lot more
was
use out of
it was uncalled for. I think it was a little aggressive, but I dealt with it.
Can still get plenty of use out of those 5s.
Yeah. The one mistake I did make was I didn't move the 5s like one right in front of the other, so I could just blow one stream of air and blow them both out at the same time.
You still got them both out, though. I was surprised. At your age, I know it's hard to do.
With my advanced and diminished lung capacity, I got it done. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game here. You know, Cory, so we started off on defense.
I'm back, baby.
Hey, there he is.
We're good now, Todd?
We're good.
Yep.
We're good.
Can hear you nice and clean.
Yeah.
So now that we got Todd, let's head over to Ford Field.
Let's do it.
If I can, there we go.
There it is.
All right, now we're really in the game.
Oh,
interception! Oh, there's a flag.
Oh no, Kirby Joseph continuing to light the NFL on fire. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys knew this, but going into this game, Jared Goff is six unbroken completed passes away from tying the NFL record. He has 19, and I think the record is 25.
Really?
Yes. Now, holding on defense. So, yeah, obviously the Lions are not planning like the first 6 passes to be easy passes so Jared can get the record. However, I think we're all pulling for him. It's an incredible. I did not know that was the record. But
how could you not know that, Bob?
Well, I think we've established through previous episodes in which you stumped me on trivia that there's not much I know.
You know tons, Bob. Tons, sir. Just not about sports or spelling.
Right, not about sports. Well, I also screw myself in the end because I always feel it's funnier if I completely don't even know the answer. Even if I might have taken a legitimately close guess, I might know the answer is 5. And you're like, no, it's 148, you idiot. So, Todd, I hope you've come loaded for bear with some Lions trivia questions in the event that we get some lucky soul who's going to sit with us in the podcast today.
You know I did, brother.
Pat is here, so I think we could probably talk. Oh, thank goodness. I think we could probably talk Pat into getting back up here at some point.
I think so. I think so. Do we have? We don't have old paint here today, though.
I don't think old paint is
Probably a good thing.
Yeah. You may have broken his spirit last game, Todd.
He's like, I am never watching another Lions game ever again.
Hey, I think if someone was like, I'm only going up to that bar to watch a Lions game if that podcast isn't there, we're still being talked about.
That is true.
That's true. Exactly.
Yep. All press is good press.
Even if it's old paint getting upset with you.
Hang on one sec, guys.
Already.
I'll be back. I got Mary's vacuum in the background. I got to shut it off.
What?
Come on, Mary. Don't you know we're podcasting?
Yeah, doesn't she know what we're doing here? Trying to build this vast empire. Can't do that with vacuuming going on in the background. She had all weekend to vacuum down there in your office.
He's gone already. But
well, this is in case she watches later, which I know she's not going to. She could be watching now, but she's like, you know what I'd rather do? Vacuum.
It's time to start vacuuming.
Yeah. Or going live on that show that you put a lot of time in and do once a week. Yeah, that's a good time for me to run the vacuum.
It's a perfect time.
Yeah.
All right, Cowboys going for a field goal attempt. It's good.
Sons of bitches.
All right, so Cowboys are up by 3.
Yeah.
Still got a lot of game to go.
A lot of game to go. We did just start this podcast. And we're lucky enough to have Tom Brady as a color commentator here. I'm so happy that I really can't hear what he's saying.
I'd rather listen to Tom Brady than Chris Osgood.
Oh, that's true. What if there was a crossover?
Oh my!
In what world would there be a crossover with Chris Osgood and Tom Brady both on the microphone?
Switching or Chris Osgood coming out of the NFL?
Yeah, maybe.
No, the NFL really cares about their color commentators, and I don't think Chris Osgood would fit the bill for the NFL.
I dare say Tom Brady as a color commentator disproves that rule.
You could be right there.
Yeah. To be fair, God damn it. I don't know why.
To be fair.
To be fair, I've not listened to 1 second of Tom Brady color commentating, so it could be scintillating, captivating audio. I don't know. But I'm going to assume he was a better quarterback than a color commentator.
Did you watch? That's great. I got hair in my mouth.
Was it an indie hair? Did it come off your microphone? I can see right now there's a couple of stray. It's almost like you need to shave your microphone.
I don't know where those are coming from.
I don't know either.
But anyways.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
good.
Guys.
He's back.
Dude. We are in business now.
Yeah, I hope so.
In business, baby.
Does she also vacuum during your job interviews?
Always.
Zoom calls? What the fuck?
Always.
I'm just gonna you can tell her I said so. I think that's a questionable call. Could have done it at any point over the weekend.
Yep.
And did you spill a bag of Fritos on the floor? Was there some crazy reason why she absolutely had to vacuum right now?
She was hoping to get it done ahead of time, and it didn't make it all the way through.
And she's like, you know what? I don't care if you're podcasting. This floor is too dirty to continue.
I guess.
Oh, and so what I was going for before I discovered the hair in my mouth, and before Todd and Mary finished their vacuuming, did you watch the roast of Tom Brady?
I watched much of it. Yeah, I don't think I watched the whole thing.
Todd, did you ever watch the roast of Tom Brady?
I did not.
Okay. I feel as if just even after watching the roast and how he reacted to certain things, he's a very dry, dull guy. There's no his personality is just not there. So I feel him being a color commentator is probably not in the best interest for anyone.
Yeah, I don't.
I wouldn't buy that just because he doesn't. If he's thin-skinned, that doesn't have anything to do. He's getting a big payday. That'll thicken his skin from that perspective, and I think
I'm sure he got paid for the roast as well.
He's getting paid a lot more for this than the roast.
Well,
he's the highest paid commentator in history.
I was about to say, does he really need that money? But then I remember that he got divorced from a supermodel. So
lost a lot of money from Giselle.
Yeah. Yep. I don't. Maybe he's great. I guess I'll have to reserve judgment.
Oh,
There it was, Bob.
I heard the wind up, the little lip flicker.
I need to hold on. I need to make a note for myself.
My allergies are horrible.
to isolate that audio.
Welcome to the game, people. I promise I'll try not to do that. Try not to do that again. Anybody listening?
Yeah, that's a callback to the Chew episode in which we talked about all things. Oh, did I tell you what Cecilia got me for my birthday?
No.
So she's still trying to get through college. So I told her, I'm like, you don't need to buy me anything. Just show up if you're available. Show up. It'd be great. She's like, I got you a little something. It's really nothing. I'm like, you didn't have to do that. So I should have brought it with me, but it's a candle that looks exactly like a nose.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So much so to the point that when I held it up to my own nose, I'm like, which one of these is bigger? And unfortunately, I think it was probably mine. But yeah, you lay it down sort of on the skull side of the nose, and then you light the wick, which is up right on the point.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I don't know how I can work it into the podcast.
It's got to be featured prominently. Hey, so I have a question for you, Bob.
Yeah.
Can you give me a read of the time on the clock so I know how far ahead I am today?
It is 10:41. They just started the 3rd and 5.
Okay. I'm way ahead of you.
Hell of a catch.
That was a very nice catch.
So you're way ahead?
Yep, I saw that catch while you were telling me where you were.
Okay. Yeah, so you're probably 7 seconds
Yep.
ahead. All right.
So I have to keep you guys in suspense still.
Yeah, no spoilers, Todd.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, and speaking of Cecilia,
Yeah.
her friend Olive was at the party last night.
Yes.
And shout out to Olive. I didn't realize until you brought it up that she was the one that created our artwork that you can see featured behind us.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was so long ago too, and I made a nice one. I made a point of trying to introduce her to Cory and to Nick at the time because I felt like I was the only one that knew that.
Yeah, I had no idea.
And I'm like, well, this is clearly like when else are you guys gonna meet? Yeah, she took so Schnozzcast trivia. The artwork was based on an album cover that I liked from Frank Zappa called "Ship Arriving Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch," if I'm correct on that. And it was a very similar, like it was just like just a couple of lines, really. Yes.
There we go. Oh! God. Even after the jersey tear.
Yeah. What a run.
And what a celebration.
Didn't they just renew his contract for like 7
They did.
years?
They did.
Oh,
not for 7. I think 2.
Oh, for 2 years for $7 million?
I think so.
Okay.
You gotta play the touchdown song.
It seems much louder than it was last time.
Turn it down.
Which one am I doing? That's Todd.
It's also the song.
All right. That's what I do. Great run. Dude, that was a hell of a run.
All right, that's enough of that.
All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry, Todd.
That's loud.
Yeah, yeah, it was loud. I didn't know where to slide the volume down.
I think I might be able to manually turn the volume down on here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
try that
Yeah,
for next touchdown.
gotcha. Yeah, so Todd, before you joined, I was mentioning that Jared Goff is 6 straight completed
Completions
passes
from
away. Yeah,
to
they're
get
from
that
the record.
25.
Yep.
I was on for that.
Oh,
I could
gotcha.
hear you,
Okay.
but you couldn't hear me.
I see. All right.
Well, actually, you could hear me, but I was hearing you through my MacBook.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and speaking of Detroit sports,
Yes.
the Tigers yesterday, boys,
Well, they got woodshedded.
Shit the bed.
got knocked out of the playoffs.
Yep.
They got woodshedded.
It was a sad moment, but like Danielle even said, this is the furthest they've made it in 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
If they're not going to freaking do anything, they could have let the Mariners in.
the Mariners. But yeah, the Tigers are officially out of the playoffs, but they had a good run this year. Surprised a lot of people, and made Detroit look good. So
Yeah, but now it's okay. So Lions went far last year, but not as far as we would have liked. Same thing for the Tigers this year. When are we going to get to the Wings? And I'm not even counting.
When you get the Pistons?
I'm not even counting the Pistons.
yeah, who?
We can talk about the Detroit City Football Club if all you want, rather than talk about the Pistons.
I didn't know the Pistons were still in the NBA.
They've had a long rebuild, huh?
It's been going on for a little bit,
Yeah.
but as have the Tigers and the Lions, and the Wings. But
Yes, indeed. Hey, so Bob, how many? So I saw on that drive he completed the one pass that Patrick made the circus catch, even though it was interfered with. How many passes does he have left now to beat the record?
Well, that's if he made one, then he's got 5 left.
Well, did I miss one while I was yelling about the vacuum?
I don't think so.
no, I don't think you did.
Okay.
I don't think so. Let's look at. I bet CBS Sports will have a recap here for game tracker, box score. Oh, let's see.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. That jersey rip, that just took me back to high school. That was definitely stuff that I don't think I've ever seen that in a live NFL game myself.
Dude, he's gonna get his balls.
Oh no, Todd, you're right. He did. He had an incomplete pass to Jahmyr Gibbs.
So it's already over.
Yeah, it's already over.
There you go. There you go.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Todd.
Yeah. He didn't want a Tiger Slam anyway. You want to break that record in the same game.
That's a good point.
Oh, that was a hell of a catch.
Indeed.
We need an over-under on how many defensive pass interference calls we're going to get this game. This should have been a topic of conversation over the last 2 weeks through the bye with that team. How to get their secondary to stop getting called for that shit.
Here's something for you guys.
Yes.
Well, you stop getting called when you stop doing it, but they do it on every play.
Right.
The mouth guard situation.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a lot of players just
Not wearing
don't. They have them attached to their helmets, or like some guys even stick them in one of the air vents in their helmet.
Yeah, there's a particular guy on the lines, I can't recall who it is, that does that every play.
So, which makes me question.
What's your question?
I meant to Jack Fire. Yeah, on Bob.
No, are we? I thought we were one bill splitting at the end.
I would probably let her know that because I think she already has it split up. I like. There's obviously a rule that you have to have a mouth guard.
There's not a rule in the NFL.
Really?
It's actually very loosely regulated in college even. But there's no rule for mouth guard in the NFL.
Why even bother then?
Yeah, why even have it? Why have it attached to your helmet or in your helmet if you're not going to wear it?
Because they might wear it at different times. Ultimately, I don't know if you remember this, Bob. During my sophomore year, when I pledged, we had to chew when we were in the house for our house hours.
Yeah.
And then I got hooked on it, and I couldn't have a dip in and have a mouthpiece in, so I kept my mouthpiece in my helmet, and when I did put it, and then the one that I actually wore. If the refs were looking, it was so cut down, it would only protect my front 4 teeth.
I do. We kind of did the same thing in hockey. You know, we'd have ones that were insanely cut down, but the refs were like they would actually pay attention to like if you did like you had to have it connected to your helmet. In the young age I was playing, you couldn't just have a loose mouth guard. But yeah, they would pay attention. Thank you, ma'am. To if you had one that was so cut down, you would actually get penalized for it.
Yep. That's why I kept it. I kept a whole one in my pants, but it would gag me if I put it in my mouth.
But dude, you hang on. So you're saying you would chew during games?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Todd, I tried that once playing pickup hockey, and I got the worst heartburn I've ever experienced.
Swallowing the
because I kept on swallowing a little bit here and there. It wasn't enough to make me sick or anything, but it was enough to give me insane heartburn. Yeah. And I was like, never again will I ever do that.
Yeah, I remember guys. I remember guys in high school would automatically cut off the debelitza that goes around the face guard. So they would just have it in their mouth, but everybody constantly chewed on it all game. So it was like if you actually had to put it in between your teeth, you would cut the fuck out of your gums because
it's so torn up.
It's so torn up in sharp edges, and yeah, it was just something to chew.
And you know what's crazy, Todd? I'm with you on the gagging aspect. When I tried to wear a mouth guard that was like a full mouth guard back then, I would just be like, but now that I got my teeth fixed, I was given a serious, like, shock doctors used to be the like top of the line,
yeah,
which I think they still are, but like this is a shock doctor on steroids. They're very, very, very expensive to get, and I put that in at night, and I can sleep with it no problem. It wraps around the back of my teeth, and I have no problem with it.
Okay.
So I don't know what has changed since. Maybe it's all the deep throats I've been doing.
I had such a mean rip on you, Cory. I know what's changed. Your gag reflex has been massaged.
That's what I just self-admittedly said that. Yeah, that's all the deep throats that I've been practicing. Apparently has made me okay with mouth guards.
Yeah, you just made Todd come.
I hope I did.
Did you guys ever have anybody in your team
that blew another dude?
Well, you didn't have that?
Who hasn't?
Right.
It was a daily practice.
Yeah. Guys who were on my team, there were starters who wore the mouth guard that wasn't connected to the helmet, but had never been boiled. It's like they just took it out of the box, put it in their mouth.
That just sounds terrible for you.
That's bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not like they did it because like I forgot my mouth guard. I'll drop you off one at practice. Just take it out of the box. It's okay, just for today. Like this was like all week long, every day.
Yeah. No. You can't do that. That's definitely not good for you.
Yeah. I'm like, you can boil those and it'll fit
perfectly to your teeth.
Whatever. Yeah.
There's a word for those kind of people.
Dumasis?
It starts with an R. I can't think of it right now.
There were a lot of those people on my team.
Well, actually, I did. Speaking of the mouth guard thing, though, I did notice. I figured you'd bring this up. I've noticed the college trend, Cory. I've seen players, like you said, like you see number 21 has his mouthpiece dangling, but I've seen now at the college level, guys having a mouthpiece hanging from their helmet and one in their mouth. And I think it's because but I think it's because in case they lose the one that's not connected to the helmet, they don't have to pick the one that's been up on the ground and put it back in their mouths. I don't know, but that's a thing I've seen like multiple times over the weekend.
That is, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. I've not noticed that.
Todd, what are you drinking today?
Oh, Oh, thank you for asking. For my beer?
Since it's like noonish for you.
Indeed. My beer, and so I'm taking a little bit easy rather than a 9.5% alcohol by volume hazy IPA.
Yeah.
I'm switching it up like you told me to. I have this Ninkasi Brewing Imperial Hazy IPA standing in at about 8% alcohol by volume. Incredible. Citrusy, but not too hoppy. Just the right amount of just balance. Great beer.
8%. Let's sip on those, buddy. Just sip. No
Oh,
downing.
he was doing 9% last night, so this is nothing for him.
9.5.
Water.
Oh no, last night was 15%.
What's your?
15?
That stout was 15.
Yeah, I don't. Did you send it just to me or to Cory as well?
Just to you.
Okay, I'll
I
forward it.
didn't think Cory was a stout guy. I know you like your stout.
Interception?
Interception.
No, but he'll appreciate, especially if we're going to talk about it on the show.
Oh, dude, alcohol content. Yeah, I'm definitely not. I mean, I'm not a beer guy, period. But, dude, 15%. That's. There was a beer they had at Bailey's years and years ago. Voodoo Vatter?
Voodoo Ranger?
Nope. It was Voodoo Vatter,
Don't think I know that one.
and I think that was 18%.
What the fuck?
And you had one, and you're like, okay,
Yeah,
I
that's
think I'm
enough. Right. When you only got time for one beer, you won't feel like chugging whiskey.
good. Oh, dude. Yeah, so 15%, Todd. I applaud you, sir. That's
Yeah, I had one of those, and I had one other beer, and I was good for the night.
I don't doubt it.
What's your booze? What's your shot?
Oh, I'm back. I'm back on the. So I'm still working on the twisted tea,
Okay.
sweet tea whiskey.
All right, we got some chill Jack fires here, so
Yeah, buddy, pour one up.
Schnozzcast listeners and viewers, please join us.
Todd, and I will say, you are looking awfully heavenly over there, sir.
Awfully heavily.
I know the sun rays coming in.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful 72-degree day here.
Oh yeah.
yeah. You're looking angelic.
You know, I was trying to move the camera around, so but it's gorgeous here today.
Yeah, you're good. Hey, man, we're streaming live during the Lions game. It's definitely a shitty day here, so at least you're getting some sunlight.
Absolutely. Salute, gentlemen.
Cheers, boys.
Oh.
Now this is where we need to take it easy. I think the last time we did a Lions game, I think I had like 9 shots before.
Yeah, we had quite a few. Quite a few. Yeah, we'll ease into this a little bit.
Yeah, we did have a pretty long night last night, as we already discussed with Bob's birthday. So
Yeah, this morning was a little rough. I set my alarm for 10 o'clock. I'm not sure why. I think to remind myself to get up and drink a glass of water because I went right to bed. I didn't have anything to drink. Woke up with dry mouth and a nice little headache.
So that sucks.
you know,
Well, happy birthday! Happy
Thank you,
birthday.
sir. Thank you.
I did prepare for last night, and I pre-purchased a Gatorade, the Gator Light,
Okay. Yeah.
their form of Pedialyte, basically.
Yeah, in the square bottle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And those have been lifesavers. Down one of those when I get up, and good to go after that.
For me, it's I could do that, and sometimes I will have the presence of mind to have some on hand. But I gotta go back to sleep at least for like 30 minutes.
Oh,
Let it
dude.
work its magic. So I'll set an alarm and get up and chug one of those, or chug a couple glasses of water, then go back to bed for minimum 30 minutes. Get up, feel fantastic.
See, here's my problem. If I were to get up and do that and then go back to sleep,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be down for the count.
Oh, there's no more getting up.
There's no more getting
But
up
how'd
after
you?
that.
Well, but you would. How'd you get up the first time?
Who knows? It was a miracle.
I feel that's one thing I've never understood about you. I feel like there's times where you will not hear alarms. Like you cannot be roused.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I don't understand that.
It depends on the day, buddy. It depends on the day.
So you could set like I imagine you with like 5 alarm clocks just all like just ringing around your skull, while you're sleeping, as well as Danielle going, "Get the fuck up!"
So no, it's just.
And you're like, "Nope."
It's
I
just
don't hear you."
it's just my Alexa that I have at max volume.
Yeah.
That you can actually hear if you're outside of the house.
Sure.
And yeah, some days it wakes me
Some
up.
days,
Other days, I'm just
you don't even hear it at all.
I'm like, that's just a part of my dream.
Wow. Wow. I was gonna say I have my Alexa wakes me up to a crazy little thing called "Love" every day by Queen.
That's an interesting song choice.
Yeah.
For a wake up.
Why that song?
I love that song. Love is good, Bob.
But you could argue, and people have made this argument before, and by people I think I mean Lori, that the song that you play to wake up should not be one of your favorite songs. It should be a song that gets you moving to turn it off.
Yeah, I agree, buddy. Because that if I did something like that and it was a song I liked, it would definitely just become part of my dream. And I'd be like, I'm just driving in the car listening to this song.
Yeah.
So that's why I have it set to hard rock and heavy metal.
Yeah.
And there's some days that I nearly shit myself. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I have no clue.
You want to start your day off with a smile. I like that.
I want to start my day off with nearly shitting myself, Todd.
Yeah. I think the fact that neither of you guys have kids is the difference, because I can't tell you how many mornings or evenings I've woken up or been awakened with just like a what the fuck? What the fuck? You know, somebody jumping on your balls while you're sleeping, or someone screaming and then throwing up immediately next to your bed. Like you just, it's just waking up in a panic is just a normal part of life.
Dude, I will say, my dad was already a light sleeper, but I'm sure once he had 3 children, it became even worse. Like I remember as an adult, like coming home and like slowly opening a bag of chips. Another first down. All right. And thinking like this is the stealthiest thing I've ever done. And all of a sudden I'd look in the kitchen walkway and he'd just be standing there being like, "Why are you being so goddamn loud?" And I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I'm like, I've been for the last 3 minutes I've been opening this bag of chips. And he would it would wake him right up, and he'd come right into the kitchen and be like, "Shut the hell up."
Yeah.
See, it's funny. I don't consider myself a particularly light sleeper, but if Mary gets up earlier or whatever, and I'm sleeping, if she comes back into the bedroom, I'll hear her in an instant, because she'll try and sneak around, and I'm like, "Good morning." She's like, "How did I wake you up? I wasn't making any noise." I'm like, "I heard you when you came up the stairs."
Yeah, dude. That's I don't get that, because Danielle wakes up, way before I do during the week, and she gets dressed and everything in the room. We'll turn the light on,
of course,
and I don't hear her.
Aren't you wearing like blind out glasses and earmuffs?
Well, no, I don't. There we go. Another first down. All right.
You caught that one.
I feel like you've dulled and completely obliterated all of your senses before you go to sleep.
So because my eyes, I don't put anything on. I do wear, I have sleeping like headphones that I put on to either watch TV or put something on my phone. But usually by that time in the morning, however I'm sleeping, they slide off and they're no longer on my head.
Okay.
That's pretty much a guarantee that by the morning they're not going to be on anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, when she gets up, like I should be hearing what she's doing in the room, especially since her closet's right on my side of the bed.
Right.
And for the most part, usually I don't hear any of that.
Speaking of that, that's my other. Hopefully Mary's not listening, because she's going to come up here and throw something at me. But her thing is, so she wakes me up, but I'll start to fall back asleep, even if she's moving around the bedroom. And then every now and again, though, she'll be like, "Hey, close your eyes," because she's going to turn the light on.
Yeah.
And so literally, she doesn't find it odd that she only gives me like 1 nanosecond to actually get my eyes closed and covers pulled. Because literally, she's like, "Close your eyes," and then the light's on. I'm like, why even give me any warning if you're going to freaking turn the light on right away? It feels like if you say, close your eyes so that I can turn the lights on, you should go count back from 5 Mississippi, right?
You should wait till you get an acknowledgement that, okay, yes, I heard you. I am closing my eyes now. Thanks.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, the whole sleeping thing is another example, like toilet paper roll direction, toothpaste tube squeezing that you as a couple you've got to get through. You've got to find common ground, or have two people who really don't give a shit what the other person does, which is hard to find.
I don't think we don't sweat the direction of the toilet paper rolls.
Oh, you
wait,
son of a bitch.
Hold on a minute.
Wait a second. No, this is a problem.
So you don't even look first before you put it on there? Like both you and Mary are just like, whatever it is, it is?
Exactly. Over under doesn't matter.
So it's not even like one of you likes roll from the top, the other one rolls from underneath, and one of you is always getting mad at the other one. Both of you are always flummoxed as to which direction at any given moment the toilet paper is going to roll from the roll.
No, I think we both have quick twitch brains and we're able to adapt to whatever the new toilet paper roll terrain looks like.
Okay, so I'm gonna say,
Todd, buddy, I love you, and I used to have so much respect for you. Your toilet paper comment just really tanked a lot of that.
That is, yeah.
That's you're almost not even a human.
Wait a minute. Let me ask this question though. So while you're getting ready to cut me down though, which is the right way?
The right way is from the top.
Yeah.
It's on the
Agreed.
patent for the toilet roll.
Agreed.
And it's really the only one that makes sense. To roll from the bottom is insanity.
Yeah, then it sticks. If it's going to stick against the wall
or down to the floor.
Yeah,
down to the floor.
Well, some people, like children, they go wee and they try to find. So it just goes right down and pools up on the floor.
Bob's very aggressive, Todd. When he.
No,
we've never had that.
My kids were
kids.
kids.
That occurrence in my adult life.
Yes. Again.
All right. I'm
kids.
I'm going to try to look past this, Todd, because that was
interference. Come on.
All right. I'm trying to get over it.
Well, plus
I still love you, buddy.
I barely use TP.
Well, okay.
What?
Well, here we go again. I was trying to say, let's get past this, and we're going to be fine. And then you just want to take it to another level again of where, Todd, you're killing me today, bud.
Okay.
You explain how you rarely use TP.
Well, because I actually prefer to bidet to get the business work done.
Yep.
And then for the touch up, I like the little cotton-on wipes.
Okay.
I mean, kind of fair
You
enough.
weren't counting on the
got some
bidet
aloe.
being in that part of the answer.
No, I did forget about the bidet, but it's still at the same turnaround. I have dude wipes that I'll use for specific purposes when I take a first wipe, and I'm like, oh boy, that is something.
Oh, I didn't realize you were analyzing it too. Oh,
Well,
this is-
yeah.
oh, boy.
Can't you tell just by doing it? Like you could already tell before you even get to the cleaning up phase that like, oh, this was a particularly greasy one.
I mean, yeah. Usually,
He's surprised.
Like while it's happening, you should know. Like, oh
boy.
Christ, that's
Oh, boy.
going to require some extra effort.
yeah, there are ones like that, and there's other ones that I'm like, I don't know what this is going to require, and it could be kind of nothing. And then there's other
by the
times
way-
it's like there's a Sharpie in my ass, and I'm like,
By
I
the
just
way,
keep
guys,
wiping and wiping.
Game break. I signed this guy as Mary's kicker in her fantasy team. So let's see. Oh, kicker didn't
Okay.
let us down so far.
Oh, hell of a kick.
Sweet.
There we go.
10-3 Detroit.
Dude, did
13-28 left in the
Did
half.
you guys
First
see
half.
that Oregon game yesterday?
Did not see the Oregon game
Oh my
yesterday.
gosh. What a great football game. And you know I like it when Ohio State loses.
Yes.
I think we're all on board with you there.
But back to ass wiping,
Yes, sir.
if we could. So
back to the thing that's going to definitely make the girl dinner podcast want to join.
I mean, we've already gone a good 35 minutes. The fact that they would still be listening this far in, I consider that an absolute win.
There you go. Okay, so back to the...
Yeah, so every time, I assume when you walk in the bathroom and you sit your ass down on the toilet, you're not checking the roll like pre-shit to make sure which way you got to spin it to get the toilet paper. Like, this is a game time decision, like when you're done and you're reaching for it and you're like, okay, where is it? Top, bottom, where? So why would you put yourself through that anxiety every time you go to the bathroom? Wouldn't it be better just to know it's on the top or on the bottom if you're a psycho?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Didn't we just solidify the fact that that's not a concern?
He said, I have a fast twitch brain and I figure it out at the moment of truth. And I'm like, why would
if I were to use it, if I was somewhere else, I mean, ultimately, if I was at somebody else's house, well, it doesn't matter to me. And so, by contrast, when I have to change rolls of toilet paper around the house, it doesn't matter to me. And Mary's never ever complained. Maybe she suffers silently and puts it on the sane way, as you guys would say, and just never says anything.
I think she is suffering silently, Todd, because you're definitely in the minority of people when it comes to putting on toilet paper. That's for sure.
Okay. I'm comfortable being in the minority. I've been there before, Cory.
Oh, have you? I don't know what would qualify you for being a minority, Todd.
Exactly. I'm like, I feel good. I feel like I've been there before. I can do that. I can pull that off.
Now, Todd, do you also have like tissue in the house that has you have a particular use for tissue versus a use for TP?
Yes.
Okay. So if you had a cold and you needed to blow your nose, you would spend time looking for the tissue rather than grabbing some TP, which is right there.
No. Whatever I'm closest to. I know where all my stuff's at. Yep.
Okay. Oh.
That dude's on my fantasy team. Damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim.
You know what sucks, Bob?
What's that?
That Ninkasi Imperial Hazy IPA went down so deliciously good.
Yeah.
But I know I got to kind of pace myself here.
Yeah, take it easy, buddy. Take it easy.
Yeah. So you're going to do what? You're going to wait to the half?
Hell
wait
no, get another
2-minute
beer.
warning?
Nah. I know, punk bitch.
I'll say the half. We still have another 12 minutes. Oh.
All right, so Todd, what's the toothpaste situation in the house? Are you both a squeeze from the bottom up couple, or is it like the toilet paper, like no one gives a shit and you just fucking squeeze wherever it's got to be squeezed?
I don't know what Mary's. So Mary and I have our own kind of.
No,
bathroom
what do
sets.
you do? What do you?
Oh,
do?
me?
Yeah.
Oh, I squeeze from wherever the hell until probably 2/3 of the way through the tube. Then I start working everything from the bottom so that everything's towards the top. So I let it all hang out for the first 2/3 of the tube.
But during the last third of the tube, have you ever walked in the bathroom and someone has clearly been squeezing from the middle again, and you're like, motherfucker, I've been squeezing from the bottom for the last 3 days.
Who else? It's him and
again,
Mary in the house.
It's only me and Mary, and Mary has her own. And like I said, I have no idea what her toothpaste game looks like.
Yeah,
We don't even use.
You have his and hers toothpaste?
Yeah, we like Mary. Our teeth game. She's a floss
Teeth
pick.
game. That is the front runner for the episode title, sir.
Mary's a floss pick person. I'm a water pick guy for flossing.
Okay.
Mary's a what do you call it? The Philips Sonic. I'm the Philips Sonicare brush guy. Mary is one of the Oral-B's.
Okay.
And I have no idea what she does. And we use different toothpastes. I'm an Arm & Hammer guy. She's I think she uses Crest or maybe
now, do you have
Sensodyne
separate
or some other-
bathrooms or just separate sinks with separate, little areas?
separate sinks.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you know what's weird? So yeah, Danielle and I also do the same. Like we have different toothpaste that we use, but we use the same toothbrush.
What do you mean? You use the same physical
No, you
toothbrush?
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's
You're full
weird.
of shit. There's no way you do that.
She's right here. She'll tell you.
Yep, I'm calling utter bullshit.
We use the same toothbrush. Yeah. So
She vehemently
she just
denies
said
that.
yes, that we do.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, I'm like, oh my goodness, you're talking to me about toilet paper direction? You also, what? You using the same physical toothbrush?
Of course, we have different toothbrushes.
Dude, I was halfway through ordering your own toothbrush on Amazon.
Yeah, you can cancel that. That was a joke.
Oh my goodness, you scared me there for a second.
It'd be funny though if like next week, just through our listeners, you ended up with like 9 toothbrushes showing up at your house.
Yeah,
Take care of yourself, buddy.
you can have your own.
It's a thing.
Todd, I'm with you though. The water pick, it's a must-have.
It is the bomb, man.
Oh, you have to have one.
It is the bomb. That was a game changer. I can't believe I waited. I think I got it a couple years ago now. I can't believe I waited so long.
Yeah, especially now having my teeth redone. Like the water pick is a savior because there's spots in my teeth now that like even just brushing, like it's not going to get the shit out of my mouth. But you take a water pick and put it like right at the edge of my gum line and where my implants are, and oh my god, dude, it's probably one of the greatest feelings in the world.
Well, actually, and I think, like I said, I'm bummed because I've always been sensitive about having bad breath, and so I don't think people realize if you're not flossing all the time, even if you floss regularly, you can miss stuff. The water pick doesn't miss. That is like the best oral hygiene tool ever.
I think 10 out of 10 dentists would agree with you.
Water pick, get back to us. Sponsor us.
Oh, I have a quick idea, so I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
You guys continue on.
All right.
Sweet. Anybody? Is anybody clamoring to be a guest on the show yet? I got a trivia question. I have a layup one, Bob. Let's see if you can answer it first.
Sure, go ahead.
What college did Amon-Ra St. Brown go to?
Oh, shit. I feel like
He's
I
a
knew
rubber.
this at one point. What's that?
He's a rubber.
A rubber? I don't know what that means, so that doesn't really help me.
Oh boy.
I give up, sir. I do not know. Bama?
He's a Trojan.
USC?
There you go.
All right. A rubber. A rubber.
Is that-
I don't know
is-
why would I know rubber unless I was a USC fan or I lived in Cali.
Because he plays for the Lions, and he's your favorite player, isn't he?
No, he's Danielle's favorite player. And I did meet his wife.
Yeah,
a few months
exactly.
ago.
Exactly. We did.
All right, Lions got the ball back.
I do, and they missed Laporta.
Yeah, I don't know
That-
what's going on with these passes. They,
Well, Jameson dropped one. That was on him.
yes, it was on him. But there's been, I don't know if they're getting knocked off the routes. I don't know.
Yeah, 3 of 7 is a far cry from 100%.
Yeah, it is. And it's a weird follow-up to the equivalent of a perfect game.
Yeah.
You know, it's a weird follow-up. But then again, they did have a bye week, so, you know, maybe he's just still trying to get back in the swing.
And ordinarily, I would say that this is a Dallas D that is usually elite, but this is a I think their 2 best defenders are out.
Yeah, I was
For
going to
sure,
say,
their best defender is.
is Dallas favored to win this game?
I didn't see what the line was.
I didn't either.
If it's in Dallas, I'm sure that they're favored. Probably, but if so, only about 1.5 at the most.
Okay. We need a little. Corey's not here, so we'll just hear.
Look at this play. Look at that. Wow.
Finally, Laporta to the goal line. Touchdown. Oh, there you go. That worked.
Not as loud.
Yeah,
Much better.
Much better. Much better. Oh, I see what you're. Yeah, great catch. Great run. I've been waiting to see Laporta produce this season.
Yeah, that was a hell of a catch.
No, I know Mary would be happy now if the rest of the game they just kick field goals. If we kick 6 more field goals, that'll be good.
Hold on a minute.
So it was really cool. I went out to the car to grab something, and I could still hear you guys in my headphones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's really, really cool. So I did not realize that Dallas has not won a home game since they beat us 2019 last season in Week 17.
Doesn't surprise me. They got all these guys got paid and they suck now.
All right, so another thing another trivia fact I did not know, that David Montgomery has rushed for a touchdown in 7 consecutive games dating back to last season, tied for the longest streak in Detroit history with Billy Sims.
There you go. Corey, did you know the answer to my trivia question that Bob didn't quite get?
I was actually just going to bring that up too, because I was like, when you said
You idiot! I knew it was USC.
When you said he's a rubber, I was like, huh? I did not. I was not aware. That's well, actually, okay. Nope, that makes sense. I got it now.
Wow. That's even slower than I got it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I guess there's a whole
He's
bunch
a
of questions now I
contraceptive.
don't need to ask you today.
Yeah. When was the last time I used one? A long time ago.
I'm like, do you youngins not call them rubbers anymore? Are they contraceptives?
I don't, Todd. I
Gloves?
haven't touched one in some years. So actually, Danielle forbids them in the house. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at all that room you got back in your wallet.
For all those nudie pics.
The Ridge wallet doesn't. They don't have a contraceptive.
That is that's a problem.
They need. I mean, if they made a spot for an air tag,
Shouldn't
they
they
could easily make
market
one for
to
a
horny,
condom.
horny young men with no need to no worries about producing a child?
I think it would be a smart move.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, I do have a funny story, but I'm not going to tell it on the air because that would be very inappropriate. But I will tell you guys afterwards.
Can't
Hey,
wait.
so since I have to wait for this story, did either of you knuckleheads catch the line on my boy Ashton Genty?
line?
Hawaii
No.
Hawaii bowed up last night, and for all intents and purposes, actually held him in check.
Oh, he didn't light the world on fire?
Nope, he only had 217 yards on 31 carries, Bob.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, only 70.
That's so
He
insanely
only-
impressive.
Yeah.
He only averaged 7 yards a carry last night.
If I was him, I would have gone home and sealed all the windows and turned on the gas. Because why bother? I mean, if it's that's all I'm doing is 217,
That's
not
still-
even worth suiting up.
It's still a hell of a game.
Nope.
Dude,
I'm
like I
gonna
said,
go
this
get in the hot
guy's-
tub and stay in the
This
locker room.
guy's amazing. Amazing. Yeah, Ashton Genty, 31 carries, 217 yards, and 1 touchdown. They held him in check.
I mean, That's kind of in check, Todd. I know that's normally not what he obviously produces way more than that usually, but I mean,
Todd's got high standards for his heroes.
Clearly.
Well, so this
No
season,
days off. No days off.
This season, he's rushed 126 times for 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns in 5 games.
It's insane.
That's a great season.
If the season stops at game 5, it's still a great season.
So he ran for 217 last night.
Yes.
What's his average per game?
His average per his average. So I have to find that stat.
God damn it,
He's
Todd! You don't have
averaging He's averaging 9.9 every time he touches the ball. So 10 yards a run.
There we go.
Because Hawaii. So put it to you this way, Cory. Before he played Hawaii last night, he was averaging 12 yards every time he touched the ball, and now after that game, he's averaging 9.9.
Which is still I mean 12 is amazing, but even still 9.9 that's still through the roof.
So yeah, here you go. Here's his stat line against the Oregon Ducks, who beat down Ohio State yesterday. You ready?
We're ready.
Ashton, 25 carries, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns. Against Portland State University, 11 carries, 127 yards, no touchdowns, but they won 56-14, so he didn't play. Against Washington State, who was ranked at the time, 26 carries, 259 yards, 4 touchdowns. Against Utah State, they won 62-30, 13 carries, 186 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then Hawaii last night, 31 carries, 217 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Can you imagine being so good at something?
5 games into a 12-game season, dude. More than 12 games.
Can you imagine just walking around and the swagger you would have?
The big dick energy that you put off?
Yep. Until you went to class and they're like, did you do the assignment?
Go to class?
No, I didn't.
He doesn't go to class. Dude, when you're putting up those kind of numbers, your coaches take care of that for you.
Dude, I feel bad for anybody not on the West Coast. There's something special being done this season. I mean, those are the end numbers. Forget about the number of carries, but the yardage total and the touchdowns is a great season for anybody in Division I football. Great season.
Big time.
And then you can say, oh, well, they're not playing best top-tier talent. Last I checked, he ran for 120. He ran less carries, 192 yards. He averaged more yards per carry against Oregon than he did Hawaii last night. And he scored 3 touchdowns against them.
Yeah, and Oregon's definitely a better, well, I shouldn't say franchise, but yeah, better franchise than Hawaii.
And they should have beaten. They lost to Oregon 37-34. Boise State's the real deal as a team, and this kid is amazing.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to see. He's obviously going to get drafted by someone first pick.
Well, what always sucks about that, though, is I know he'll get drafted. What happens in college doesn't necessarily always translate. Because
it does not. That is correct.
And oftentimes it's kind of it's the other way around. Because don't get me wrong, Barry Sanders was awesome in college, but we had no idea what we were going to see at the next level.
Right.
His college career was not a predictor of what he would become.
No, but there's other guys too that it goes the opposite direction. Like, yeah, you might be
most of the other guys.
Yeah, you might be a stud in college, but once it comes to the NFL and you're playing with the big boys, it doesn't work out so well for you.
Absolutely, it's just like I said. I think this kid. I just want to enjoy this college season, especially being that Boise State is going to, even if they win all the rest of their games, they're going to have a hard time getting into the college football playoff just because of the strength of the rest of their schedule. But they take on all comers, and they and they look pretty. And like I said, he stood up against the best. I think the only thing that I'll be interested to see, and actually it gets cold in Boise, so if he runs like this when it's inclement, it's going to be amazing.
So now here's a question for you. Do you think he's gonna? What year is he in college? He's a freshman?
He's a junior.
He's a junior.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to forego his senior year?
I would if I were him, I would recommend that he does. And here's why. Ultimately, after this season, why put more miles on his body before he goes to the NFL, where the average shelf life, even if he's going to be if he turns into a great NFL player, it'll be. People are usually look at Zeke now. I mean, ultimately, 5 years is the average shelf life for a top tier running back.
True, very true.
So I would absolutely say that if after this season he should hang him up because he's done everything he can do with the college game.
I thought he was going to do something incredible right there.
Here's one beef I have with St. Brown.
Yeah. Only because your wife's not listening.
Well, true, but I have told her about it.
Kick you right in the nuts.
So that slide he did right there.
Yeah.
He was mic'd up one game, and he came back to the sideline, and the offensive coach was like, "What are you doing
with the slide?"
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm not taking that hit."
Yeah, it's a business decision, dude.
That's exactly. I kind of have a problem with that. You're a player. You're not a business.
Hold on.
So, yes, you 100%. This is business, Bob.
Yeah.
This is no longer.
No, I'm agreeing with you,
John. I'm Cory. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I called your name incorrectly. Cory, this is no longer sport. This is business. Business. Period. None of these contracts are guaranteed. It is the smart thing to not take these, because guess what? Every hit that he takes, that detracts from his strength, speed, and everything for the rest of his career. All those hits take something off, and if you want to elongate your career,
well,
you get down when you can.
I do not like it.
This is a guy who only needs like 300 and some odd yards to pass Calvin on the receptions list for the Lions. So,
I don't even think that they look at the records at all like that. I mean,
I'm saying that's just a measure of his importance to the team and their investment into him. They're not paying him to take the chances like that.
Absolutely, I was gonna say because he doesn't slide at this point. He gets a weird ankle injury that he never ever fully recovers from.
Hang on. How much does he make a year?
Ooh, that's a good question. I knew that.
Millions of dollars.
It's considerable.
They're paying him to take those chances.
They're not.
They're paying him to catch the ball.
That's the funny thing. They're not. They're paying him to be able to do what he does right now every day, and they'll pay him a high amount of money until he can't do it, and then
he's still going to
no
get
matter
paid.
what he's not. The money's not all guaranteed, Cory, and not for nothing. Like I said, the money's not guaranteed, and he's got all manner of other incentives, so he's got to stay healthy because whatever they're paying him, to Bob's point about the records, if he gets 100 catches, there's probably another chunk of change that comes along with that. Scoring so many touchdowns. And him taking hits in games that don't matter or times that don't matter is a recipe for not getting paid because he's one hit away from never getting a paycheck ever again. And all of them are. I think that's... I
do not like it.
I think, I don't, if you want to think, I would love for it to go back the way that it was so that everybody went balls out, but you have to reduce the salaries of everyone.
Yeah,
to
as
almost
you
nothing.
should.
I think the three of us have all played some version of Smash Mouth football where the expectation is that you're going to sacrifice yourself for the good of the team to win the game, right? But none of us were ever paid to play this game.
No, not at this level.
Right. Todd, I'm sure you remember, this is a conversation I have had probably on and off for the last like 30 years. My suggestion long ago was take these guys and split their whatever salary they negotiated in the contract, split it divided by the number of games that they got to play, and if they win, that's what they get paid. If they lose the game, they get nothing.
I fully agree with that.
That's been I'm like, cool. You got a contract for $9 million.
I don't like that at all, because guess what? So that means, though, no matter what, that means that's actually going to make the game worse, because if right now Montgomery fumbles the ball and they lose the game, does nobody gets paid because one other guy made a legit mistake, and
that's
so nobody gets paid?
It's a team sport.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is the same argument that this your retort is the same one that you've given me for almost as long as I've known you, and we'll continue to have it. And it's a fun conversation.
Yeah, I think I think that they should be paid for their performance. I think the pay should come down, though, because again, I think the quality, because I also disagree, though, Cory, even without the pay being, and the fact they get paid millions of dollars. If you like football, then if you really like football and you like great offense, look at what the Miami Dolphins look like on offense when their players are healthy, and when they don't have healthy players, it's a shambles and it's horrible to see. And I wouldn't pay one. It would suck right now to be a Miami Dolphins season ticket holder, because they have to pay so much to have their best players, and then when their quarterback gets hurt, guess what? It doesn't matter that you have two of the best wide receivers in football, three of the best running backs in football, but you can't do anything else because the defenses can capitalize on the fact that you got a crap kicker. Crap quarterback.
So Todd, and I not to cut off that conversation, but
another field goal.
Mary's dream might be coming true.
Exactly.
Just kicking field goals from here on out.
2 down, 4 to go.
Yeah.
Yep. 20-3 Lions with roughly 3.5 minutes left in the
first half.
Yeah, I never, like I said, Bob, I never begrudge any. These guys all do something so special. I think that they should earn an exceptional amount of money for the exceptional talent that they have. The weird thing, though, is, like I said, I think it's not worth dying for. The fact that like Junior Seau took his own life because head injuries caused him to not be able to actually live without football.
Right.
It's supposed to be a game. This is supposed to teach us how to get along and work with each other. But it's now even more divisive, right? It's like it's turned into something it never should have been, in my opinion. I love to see these people showcase their God-given talents, but I don't think they should get hurt or sacrifice their elder years for the sake of a game.
I mean, for the kind of money they're making, I think
here's what I say to that, though. So the CEO of Boeing, with all the who got fired this past year, with all the troubles they had, right? Airplanes crashing, people dying, and the CEO, you know how much money he got paid for his severance?
Too much, way too much.
$30 million.
Yeah, Todd, I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
Hold on a second, though. Hold on a second, though.
Yeah.
He got paid $30 million to get lost. None of these guys are getting paid $30 million to totally get lost.
Yeah.
Again, there's all the kickers. They don't get that money. That's why the guys are getting smarter, where they're front loading what's guaranteed when they sign the big contracts. But ultimately, that hasn't been a thing. There's been guys who signed crazy contracts to make $80 million. They get hurt and they get $18,000.
Yeah, what you're talking about, like baseball contracts, or those are rich in, this team's literally paying you not to play, to play against them for another team this weekend.
Right. Yeah,
but
I just think the scale,
I look at it like, if I was the owner, if I was the GM for the team, I'm paying David Montgomery to run his ass off every play and fight through for every yard. That's what he's being paid for. But Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff are not being paid.
Let's do
the same task.
Let's even pull apart the statement you just made.
Yeah.
Oftentimes the fumbles are caused and all the mistakes are made because people are trying harder than trying to do more than their job. If you're the GM, all you really want people to do is pay them, which isn't to sacrifice their safety or to fight for that extra yard. Because most of the time when you're fighting for that extra yard, that's when the fumble happens. Ultimately, catch the ball and get down, be safe. If you're a great GM, that's what you want. You just want to. You want him to execute the play. When the play's dead, it's dead. It's awesome every now and again when a guy pulls free after he should have been tackled. But in the long run, there's more mistakes. And you and I both know this. Every time someone tries to do just a bit more than their job, it really wrecks it for the team.
Well, they got to be hating David Montgomery right now because that's what he's doing every play.
I think the beauty of David Montgomery. No, I don't. I think the beauty of David Montgomery is that's what it looks like. But I think that he takes care of himself when it's time to take care of himself. I think that's if you're fooled by that, that's awesome. But
I think that the point I'm making is that I don't expect that out of Jared Goff. With Jared Goff, I expect him to work in the pocket and pick his receivers smartly, wisely. Good crisp passes, get the ball off on time to reduce the chances for a sack and potential injury. But every time he leaves the pocket and starts scrambling like it is I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
And then he doesn't do the slide like St. Brown did the slide.
Yeah.
I want Goff to do that slide real early. Like, we don't need him to get hurt.
So let's take the same thing. David Montgomery is in the pileup and he's fighting for the extra yards. And because he's fighting for the extra yard, he's not going to go away, but he's going to fight anyway. And somebody blows his knee up, and now he's out for the rest of the season. Would you rather see him continue to fight and be the tough guy, or get down and live to play another day?
Continue to fight.
It depends. That's a great question. I think for me it depends on the guy and the position.
You're skilled players. You're skilled players. You want to protect themselves. Because there's not another David Montgomery. If Montgomery goes down, that means all the pressure's on Jameer Gibbs. And if he gets hurt, then the Lions' season is done. Ultimately, you need these guys to give it all, but you need him to stay healthy more than you need him to get the extra yards.
But they are not going to hold back when it comes to fighting for
those extra yards. They're not. I don't think that they're holding back necessarily, but ultimately.
But I think that was the question Cory asked. Why isn't Amon-Ra St. Brown not holding back?
He is holding back.
Why isn't he continuing to fight for those yards?
Yeah, he should be.
If there's a chance that you're going to do it, but if sometimes it makes sense to give yourself up.
Sometimes
it just
does.
Not
every play though.
I don't think he gives himself up every play.
Oh yeah.
And not for nothing, Amon-Ra St. Brown is actually still coming off an injury. So at some points it makes even more sense. It might look like he's not putting up, but if he was nicked coming into the game and had to gut it out to play, then do you want him to take another hit and not be able to play the rest of the game? It's at the end of the day, the team is better if they're on the field. And sometimes that means making a decision that, as a fan, you might go, oh, he's wimping out. It might be that business decision might be the best business decision, not only for the player, but for the team.
Right, well,
just like Bob said, he wants Goff, when he's outside the pocket, he wants him to get down. But Goff trying to go for a touchdown.
Don't even get out of the pocket, but if you must,
But I'm saying, like, if he does something reckless to score a touchdown right now and he gets knocked out for the season, is it worth it when they're up 20-3?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Here's my final two points on this. There was just an image on the TV that came up of one of the offensive coordinators for the Cowboys that was wearing a watch that cost more than Danielle and I's house. That's insane. That should not be. He should not be getting paid that much as an offensive coordinator, first and foremost.
Can you do it?
Yeah, I could.
So not to be mean to you, Cory, but you couldn't. And if you could, you know what you should.
No, you couldn't.
And if you think that you could, you know what you should do?
I should go apply. You're right.
You're right.
Do it. You know what? Tomorrow that might be the first thing I do.
I was going to say that's the only thing holding you back. Then ultimately,
I know it's
the only thing stopping.
I'm holding myself back. Yeah, I'm holding myself back.
Cory, good morning. Would you like some? Nope. I'm off to do my.
Yeah. No. Time to go be an offensive coordinator. Secondly, though, so there's guys that used to play hockey, like Terry Sawchuk, that had over, I think it was 100,000 stitches in his entire face.
Yeah.
Over his career. And he made maybe $100 a game, if that. But he would go out there every day and play no matter what. I don't even know his concussion rate.
Corey, so here's the thing. That's awesome. And back, you could say the same thing about football players back in the day when they were wearing leather helmets. You can't slice it both ways. I agree with you. The salaries and how much money is too much is a bit overblown. But I think ultimately, these guys, if the coordinator has a watch that costs more in your house, well, how much do you think the owner of the team? How much do you think his watch costs? More than everybody you know's houses.
Well, yeah, our entire block.
Times 10. And guess what? They're not sacrificing their brains, their knees, their kidneys, their hearts, their eyes, their lives. I mean, ultimately, this is a sport just like hockey where, God forbid, in an instant, someone's life could be taken away. Jerry Jones hasn't put his life on the line. And guess what? He writes the checks to all the dudes who have the watches that you're talking about.
All right, so to close this out, as long as we can agree on the fact that, yes, the owners, the CEOs of these football organizations, the players, the coaches, they all do make a little way too much money.
Can we agree on that, Todd?
Yes, but it starts. The owner owns the team. That's the same thing. Like I said, that's why I went to the Boeing thing. Boeing is on strike right now. The machinists are all on strike here, walking the picket line in Seattle, because the dude who got fired got a kick in the pants and a check for $30 million.
Dude, again, same thing with even with Boeing. Like, yeah, that's insanity. Yeah. No one should be given that amount of money for
a poor job.
Yeah,
he got fired.
Yeah, that's unreasonable. And I think the salaries in the NFL, even the NHL, the NBA,
but you have to start at the. But see, you're starting at the wrong position because you're. That's what I'm talking about. I think that's what it's
no. Todd, not to cut you off, buddy. But yeah, no, it should go from the top down. I agree with that.
Correct.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
Correct. Make Jerry Jones sell tickets so that you and I can get into the games for $25 to $125 a piece, right?
Yeah,
totally.
Totally.
Make that the case, and then make the salaries based on that. I'm down with that, but you cannot start with the players.
No,
because they make a fraction. That's the thing I think that as fans we lose sight of. When you say that Amon-Ra St. Brown should take a hit and should sacrifice his body to the nth degree, what's Henry Clay Ford the 15th doing?
I think the way the conversation got started out, that was just a little misconstrued because we were talking about the players. But yeah, I totally the top people should definitely not be making as much as they are.
That's where it has to start in order for the players to actually get reined in.
Yeah, no.
If you want people to play this game for the love of the game and bust, and it doesn't matter. But you have to start that spigot you have to start at the other end of the funnel. You have to squeeze the top.
And Todd, I will totally agree with you on that. Like I said, I think the way the conversation just started, it was just we were discussing the players.
Absolutely. That's what I said.
I totally agree with you, buddy. That it should. Yeah, you start from you cut that snake's head off at the top, not at the tail.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Because in my mind, these guys should all be playing for the love of the game, and they should be able to walk away when they don't love it anymore, when they get dinged up a little bit too much.
I think that Corey's initial comment about, like, hey, Amon-Ra St. Brown, why did you dive instead of continuing to play, is because we all still have that longing to watch our heroes play for the love of the game.
Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. All right. As long as we agree on that, I'm. Then we can put that
in order for that to happen, then the money has to not matter. But that means that the people at the top have to be not as greedy.
Totally agree.
Here's the other thing, though, just so you know, the quality of it will actually go down, but you'll get what you want to see.
Well, and on top of that, all of us are hypocrites because no matter what we're talking about right now, if your guy on your fantasy team or the guy who's going to prevent you from seeing your beloved Lions go to the Super Bowl gets hurt on a play where he was trying to fight for that yard, we're all going to bitch. We're all going to bitch about why did they even have him in the play? Why would you sacrifice your receiver by hanging a pass right over the middle where clearly he's going to get, you know what I mean? We're all hypocrites.
I was going to say that, yeah. You know why, Bob? Because there's money on the line.
We want to win at any cost.
There's money on the line, right?
Yeah, right.
There's money on the line. I mean, I'm in for $1,000 in fantasy sports this year, right? There's money on the line.
Holy shitballs. Are you serious? Oh, that's a touchdown. No, he's down. Oh, no, they gave it to him. All right.
That's not a field goal.
No, not a field goal. Of course not. No, sorry, I just got that.
They're going to call it back.
I kind of think he went down beforehand. It's me, but...
All right, hang on.
We're under 2 minutes.
I'll stop the music.
If we get this touchdown, that would put us up 27-3 going into halftime, which against the Cowboys is I'm really happy.
Yeah,
really happy. So they're going to review it. I love a good review. Let's talk about it.
It shouldn't happen. It should be an easy call. Although I found out something this weekend.
What's that?
Some of the video that we get on the television broadcast is enhanced, and sometimes what they see on the field is actually of lesser quality, which I didn't. I know that it's reversed, but there were 2 calls this weekend, one last weekend and one this weekend, where what was called by the officials on the field after review was the wrong call.
Son of a bitch.
Because they get
Todd, you're supposed to keep that shit to yourself.
Only on scoring plays.
Oh, is that? Okay, I forgot we made that slight rule.
I'm saving you when I tell you that you didn't.
Oh, thanks.
I wish I could edit the touchdown song out of the video now, but that's not going to do that.
No, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's okay. Second and goal.
I still got 40 seconds left. I feel a touchdown actually coming up here.
I think our offense has been producing pretty consistently throughout the first half.
And Todd was just really excited because now if they have to, they're going to have to kick another field goal.
Field goal. That would love that.
And now he's trying.
It's second and goal though. They're going to score. I know they're going to.
They better.
See, now I don't know if I'm supposed to read something into that. Has he already seen the play? Is he trying to?
He's not that far ahead.
You'll know if I get unusually quiet or unusually jovial.
if we hear the vacuum running.
Exactly. All right.
Here we go.
I won't tell you what happens.
Appreciate it, sir.
That's it. All right, there we go.
Yeah, Jerry. Take a pay cut, bitch.
A big one.
So David Montgomery now has the record for most consecutive games with a touchdown. I think it's 8.
Well, wait a minute.
For the Lions.
If it's consecutive games, he already scored a touchdown earlier.
Yeah, no, I'm just pointing it out. I don't know that we talked about it.
Yeah, we did.
I'm not saying it was from this touchdown. Remember, Todd, I don't know trivia. So.
Dude, this is why I hate kickers.
Oh, he barely got that one in there.
I know. All they do is kick the ball.
He's trying to make it exciting for people like you, Todd.
Dude, sitting around smoking heaters all week.
He either made it or he didn't. Did he make it?
Barely.
That's a yes. So let's move on.
I don't like kickers.
So hopefully we're going into the half. I mean, I guess I'm jumping the gun maybe a little bit, 27-3. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Because I honestly, Cowboys with a week off in between, bye week, I was concerned. Not sure how are the Lions going to, were they going to look flat?
We're dominating pretty good right now.
I think so. Yeah, they look really, really good.
Yeah, 36 seconds left.
Not a whole lot of stupid mistakes. Not a whole lot of unnecessary penalties. I'll gladly eat my words at the end of this game about my comment initially about defensive pass interference calls that I figured we were going to get. I'm happy with that. What say you, Todd?
What's they mean about what?
How you feel about how they're doing?
The Lions?
Yeah.
What?
The Lions?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Lions are doing great. I think the Cowboys suck. I think the Cowboys are horrible. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know why Mike McCarthy still has a job.
So I'm getting all worked up over nothing here. This is a game that even if we were playing just sort of passably, we should be winning easily.
Yeah, Dallas is horrible, dude. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Detroit, except for this kickoff.
Oh no! Oh,
vicious.
oh no! Did they
expect
try to do the fake handoff?
They did.
Okay.
But
apparently they fooled everyone.
Dallas is a disappointment. I mean, ultimately, this is just a bad team. And here's the other weird thing: they shouldn't be bad on offense.
Right, Lamb,
Dak,
yep.
Ferguson, Schoonmaker from Michigan. What's the kid who just caught the ball earlier? Yeah. And supposedly the best offensive line in football.
Right.
I think again, I don't want to take anything away from Detroit, but Dallas, they're as bad as it gets.
All right. So who did their 3 wins come against?
I think Detroit Country Day.
Wow.
Girl Scouts of America.
No,
and
Detroit
the kids
Country Day
playing
has a
flag
football
football at
team.
the park.
Right.
Detroit Country Day has a football team. And not for nothing, Bob, their 3 wins were when their defense actually showed up. And their defense is, like I said, without the best player.
I'll take one.
All right, 18 seconds left, and I have to pee so bad.
Yep. Todd, we're going to take a brief hiatus during the halftime.
Hyenas?
Actually, this is not going to wait. Sorry, boys.
All right.
See you later.
Das Vidania, sir.
You opened the seal too early, Bob.
Okay. But not stop it, right? Okay. I'm assuming you can hear me, Cory. As he's walking around the bar on the way to the bathroom. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I legitimately missed seeing the Lions last week. I mean, there was football, but still. Thanks, Engine.
Now this kid can actually play the sport of game of kicker.
Why? Because his name is Brandon Aubrey.
Well, Brandon can kick from like 1.5 miles away.
And consistently make it?
Yeah.
Okay. So 47-yard attempt.
Yeah, he made it, but that one was closer than usual. But he can kick.
Yeah, that was right.
They trot him out when it's 67 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he just made one too this year from like 65 or 67 yards. He's like the one kicker I can't call him out because not only he kicked far, and he kicked good.
Dude, can I just tell you the last episode that we did when you said that? I was trying so hard to figure out a way for that to be the title of the episode, but I'm like, I can't do it. Someone is going to take offense. Possibly large groups of people. So it's in the episode. I didn't cut it out, but I'm like, I can't put that right up on Front Street as the title of the episode.
I think
he kick far.
I think for this episode,
he no shank or whatever. I can't remember what you said. It was.
I'm not gonna lie. For this episode, I think he kicked far. He kicked
No.
good.
I already made that call last week. We can't. I'm not reversing it for this week.
Why not?
I just told you why.
I don't even know. See, here's the thing, Bob.
Yeah.
I think it's your problem because who am I? Who exactly am I am I disparaging?
Do you
People
want me
with bad
to
English
name
skills.
all of the groups and organizations that could potentially come after us?
It's like everyone. That's why it's perfect.
Right. If you can't even name them, there are so many. I think that's your answer as to why it wasn't the episode title.
I mean, that's just how Gronkowski talks, and people
That's how
don't come after him.
That's how I talk.
I think
I know punk bitch.
as a target for us, a bar should not be set at Gronkowski.
I think it should
I
be.
think we should go a little higher than that.
A little higher than Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk should not be your high water mark to meet.
I don't know. I think
We've already insulted Tom Brady at the beginning of the show. Might as well just go for all of the former Patriots.
I didn't.
Well,
I like me some
Chris Osgood.
TB12. I like me some TB12, and you lick frickin' Ozzy's jockstrap.
Are you talking to Cory?
Who are you talking?
Oh,
If by lick his jockstrap you mean kick him in the balls, yeah. That asshole of a goalie, if you can even call him that.
I'm calling Chris. We're getting him on the show.
Let's do it. Well, that'll take us into halftime, boys.
all right. So Lions up 27-3 at the half. We'll see you in 27-6.
Yes.
So we'll see you in just a few minutes. We're back
See
to
you
the
on
second
the other
half.
side, brothers.
I can just mute it.
Oh,
Are we back?
we're back.
And we're back.
Well, we're back. I don't know where Todd's at, but
That's okay. Did you see I took a screenshot from the first half and put it up on Instagram?
I did not.
Yes, I did. Because why the fuck not, Cory?
I agree with you, buddy.
Yeah, shout out to my man Aaron Fletcher for just calling me and offering me tickets to a show that is happening right now that I can't go to.
What show?
Led Zeppelin tribute band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, would have been cool. I'm like, I'm really sorry. We're doing the show right now. But it was cool to get the offer. Oh, God. Oh, the other thing I learned while we were, during halftime was that I did not catch it. So you remember the last, when we lost to Dallas, the game that Skipper, it was like a did he report, did he not report thing, and they said he didn't report, and they took the points off the board. We ended up losing 2019 to the Cowboys. Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
So apparently Dan Campbell has not forgotten about that, and on the first play he had Skipper report as eligible.
Good.
In this game. I thought that was a ballsy. I'm like, good for you, man.
As he should.
Fuck those Cowboys. Oh, that was cool.
This guy in his Don Cherry suit. Oh, I just switched.
Somehow I got yet another drink sitting in front of me. I can't keep up. It's like someone is trying to get me drunk tonight. And when I say someone, I mean Uncle Ray's Bar.
I was going to say, or just you.
No, I didn't order this.
Oh, you didn't?
No, every time I'm like, I get like halfway done, all of a sudden another drink shows up. I'm not complaining, Uncle Ray's Bar.
You want to send Todd a text and let him know the game's back on?
Yeah, I can do that right now.
And I have to give a huge shout out to Mr. Greg Gumtow.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Dude, he made these can toppers on his 3D printer. And they're pretty amazing. And he gave Danielle and I one last night. And
3D printed them, correct?
Yes. Yeah,
Yep.
and he's coming over.
And almost immediately you discovered that you could not drink without it.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And he's bringing a bunch more over on.
And I asked him, I'm like, what? Why would you make this? What purpose is it serving? Oh! Holy shit! Lofted. What, a 50-yard pass up to Jameson Williams for a TD to start the second half. Now 33-6 will be 34-6. Holy shit.
That was a hell of a throw and a hell of a catch.
Yeah. And so he said, he's like, listen, I golf a lot, and when I do, it like keeps the bugs out of my drink.
Yeah, and it also stops from the splashing when you're driving in a golf cart. We've all been there.
We have all been there.
You hit a good bump, and your drinks start spilling out of the can.
Yeah.
You're like, damn it. But that's why he made these, to eliminate that. And just closes right over the top.
Yep.
And you're good to go.
Yeah, pretty cool. Which reminds me, I also need to give a sticker to Olive.
She needs a sticker, a wristband. We should almost make her own sign.
Let's not get crazy.
All right, fair enough.
That shit wasn't cheap.
No, she definitely needs a sticker, though.
It's not like we all have our own banner. We have one banner.
That we share custody of.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So I did want to plug our show on the 27th. I think is that right?
Oh yeah, with the band.
27th. Yep. With so 2 weeks from today, we'll be doing a live show with the band Year of October out of Nashville, Tennessee. You can find them out on Instagram or Threads under Year of October. In fact, they're also on Bandcamp, and I think they're having a sale. At least they were over the last week or so on their vinyl and their digital downloads from Bandcamp. So definitely look them up, check them out. We're going to have them on the show in 2 weeks, and we're going to talk to them about how they got together, how they came up with their name, how they write songs. We're going to just grill them on everything that they want to talk about, and we're really excited.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah,
should be some good guests.
I think so. And what's even cooler is that the lead singer, and I share a birthday. It was also her birthday yesterday.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
I didn't either, but when I saw it, I had to point it out. I'm like, hey, just so you know, you're going to be at our show and we share a birthday.
I'm assuming not the same year.
Oh, God, no.
All right.
No. Yeah, I think you can tell when someone looks 55. She does not look 55.
No, you sent me the picture to do some artwork with, and no one in that.
No, they're a young band.
Yeah,
still in the
definitely.
prime of their life, enjoying being a touring, local band.
Yeah,
looking to hit the next level, the next phase, the next stage.
And you're just looking towards death.
It's a slow march toward death, 100%. Yeah. Whereas people look at me and they're like, "Oh, he's only 55? That's crazy." That's not what I thought.
Well, I mean, some people say that.
Yeah, but Todd,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
happy to join you in the 55 Club now.
Congratulations! I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it this far.
Yeah, and I think for the internet and for history's sake, we've just had you confirm audibly that you are older than me. So I consider that an absolute win.
I didn't say that.
He might have tricked you there, Todd.
No, he didn't. He tricked me.
I totally
just said,
hornswoggled.
Welcome to the club. I can.
You
say
just got
that.
a
I
woodshed,
didn't say I was in the
Todd.
club.
You just got a woodshed.
Todd, pour yourself up one. Bob and I have some secret Pink Whitney here.
Secret
Nice.
shots.
Hang on. Twisted tea, sweet tea whiskey.
I'm waiting for the
a
day
dollop of
that
lemon.
I'm waiting for the day that Todd, whatever he brought to drink, where he's like, "That's okay."
I did that last time.
No, you haven't. I don't think you've ever described anything you've been drinking as anything less than fantastic,
Phenomenal.
No,
unbelievable,
untrue.
super delicious and tasty.
Untrue.
What didn't you
Untrue.
like?
This sweet tea whiskey that I'm drinking now. That was the
fair
whole
enough.
But you
commentary
brought it
last
back
time.
for the second podcast in a row.
Because it grew on me a little bit.
Cheers, buddy.
Salute.
Cheers.
Remember, I griped about the fact that it wasn't a hint of lemon. It's got a big, and I was going to say today. I go, it's got a dollop of lemon.
It's got a whole lemon peel in there.
Exactly.
I thought you were better than that, Todd.
I had to go. I was late, guys, because I was watching one of the most amazing and coolest things ever to watch as a farmer.
Was Mary vacuuming the chicken coop?
Cows fucking each other?
Damn it, Cory, that was better than what I said.
I imagine that wasn't it, but no, Mary. So Mary, for anybody who knows me, knows I love steelhead fish, and so
I knew that.
we consume a lot of steelhead as part of our. Shake your head, you dick.
You've never talked about steelhead, not once.
Dude,
we've been talking every week for the past 5 years.
Reference episode 157.
What? Hold on.
213.
You know I will.
226.
No.
And 251.
This is utter bullshit. You don't even remember the last time you talked about it, much less the episode reference numbers. I'm calling you on that. But anyway, keep going.
I love steelhead. Love steelhead. Mary and I both do. A lot of people mistake it for salmon, but I think we can tell the difference. Love it. And when I first moved to Seattle, it was one of the coolest things. You could get fresh steelhead at almost any restaurant in town. But then the sea lions moved in and started eating the wild steelhead, so it's a little bit tougher to get.
Sea lions always ruining it for everyone.
I know, a little bit tougher to get it, but our local Costco carries it regularly, so every time we make a Costco junket, we get steelhead. And the last time for the first time, they were selling it in 2-packs, and so this is the long, drawn-out way to tell a story. Anyway, I prepared a couple of steelhead fillets.
I'll say, all right, Bader, let's get to it.
This past week.
Ouch.
And then the coolest thing as a farmer is the skin that's left over, the chickens absolutely love it. And so Mary cuts it into little 1 by 1 inch little squares and two whole steelhead fillets is a lot of things. And I was outside watching her feed the chickens. They were in 7th chicken heaven. Amazing. They go absolutely nuts, stealing it from one another, fighting over it. It's like freaking a mosh pit of chickens looking to get a little piece of steelhead skin. Amazing.
That's why you were late? God damn it, Todd.
That's why you were late. Speaking of chickens.
Hutch got hurt?
Yeah.
Looks that way.
It's not looking good. They got the stretcher cut out there and everything.
That's not good.
Speaking of chickens, I found out last night that for a mere $1 a chicken, I can get as many young baby chickens as I want to feed to my dog. And I was advised to do exactly that.
Live
Living?
chickens?
Yeah, live chickens.
No, don't do that. That's not. Yeah, please
No,
don't do that.
that's exactly what I was told. Like, you should do that.
What idiot told you that?
I think it was Greg.
Greg's a dumbass.
Yeah. Gumtow?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I respect most everything that comes out of his mouth, but yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Now, if you were to get like raw chicken and feed it to your dog, that is
Raw chicken?
Raw grown chicken, yes. Raw chicken.
Yeah. Baby chicken. Yeah, baby. Why'd you even just
I
say
think the
that?
implication was that, hey, rather than you killing the chicken and then feeding it to your dog, you might as well just give the dog these chickens.
No.
Not a good thing.
I think that was the implication.
I don't think
Actually,
it was.
and on the whole, Bob,
Yeah.
if that were your feeding plan, that'd be really, really, really expensive, even at $1 a chick.
Well,
That
this
is
would be like
true.
a special treat, not a daily meal.
Oh, okay. That'd just be a cruel treat.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm going to do this. I'm just
And
saying
I think
this is
it'd be
what I
cruel.
learned yesterday.
It would be cruel, and it would also be fairly if you fed Indy a live baby chick, the nutritional value would be near zero. The human
Couldn't
social
be worse
value
than a treat.
would be a negative number. It would be probably less than a treat though, because chicks have like nothing going on. They don't have any like meat or.
They're just little bones. That's basically they're little bones and feathers.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely not going to do this.
You shouldn't.
Just so the internet is aware, I'm not going to do
you
this. However, if you've ever had a dog and that dog has, unbeknownst to you, happened to trap a critter in the backyard and killed it, and then you find out about it and you're like, put that down.
Yeah. Notice how
They love that, by the way.
Yeah. Notice how he didn't eat it. He just killed it.
Only because I stopped him.
No.
Because I stopped him and he snapped his neck and yeah.
And actually, you got lucky though, because actually, one of my good friends, I know you've met him, but I won't drop his name on the episode because we don't have permission. But he had a dog that would catch all manner of critters in the backyard and kill them and eat them. But the downside to that was he would come in fat and happy, and then about as soon as everybody went to bed, you know how you were talking about people stepping on your balls and waking up to that surprise and and kids puking next to the bed.
Yeah.
What they would wake up to is they'd hear a dog at some corner of the house, and any dog owner knows this sound. when they're trying to get up, whatever's. When dogs start to dry heave, you can hear that sound from anywhere in the house because it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
And if you've ever not seen
get off the rug, get off the rug.
Exactly. And and this dog dry heaved kittens, possums.
Really?
Oh yeah, all manner of beings.
Okay.
And there's nothing more depressing in the middle of the night to see your dog barf up a previously alive kitten.
Yeah, well, so I'm so glad I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, if anything, just buy raw chicken with like bone-in chicken.
Yep.
And give that to that'll be much healthier, way more
this
humane.
This is not something I was asking. Like, hey, so could I feed my dog those chickens you're talking about? No, this was something where it was a story about procuring chickens for $1 a piece.
For Greg's sake, I feel like you misheard him.
I don't think
somehow,
I did.
some way.
This was early enough in the evening. I think I was fine.
I think Greg was trying to April Fool's you early.
He might have been. It might have been one of those tongue-in-cheek type of comments. Something that was for kicks.
Yeah.
Not really a real thing.
I don't think he meant that by
but
any means.
What I will say
what
is,
he actually said.
Well played, Greg, because I totally
played.
believe that you actually wanted me to feed live chickens to my dog.
And let's be honest.
So much so that I talked about it on the live podcast I was going to do the next day.
Let's be honest. Back in the day, yes, Indy used to catch
he killed so many
outside.
birds and squirrels.
In his years now, and
his advanced age.
He's in
the twilight of his life
and weight gain. I don't think he's catching too many.
Don't pick on Indy's weight. He's still spry.
I'm just saying, he's a slow-moving dog.
He's chill. He can move quick. Much like you talk about TT. If he wanted to, he could bust a move.
I mean,
he's still got mad quicks.
But I usually don't want to. So
sorry to interrupt, fellas. Do we know what happened to Hutch? Do we know what kind of an injury it was? I didn't.
Looks like his knee. Something to his leg. Either he broke his leg or he broke his knee.
Yeah, they got a splint on it.
Okay, so all right, so not paralyzed, not serious like neck or back injury.
This is back where we're saying now. Lions defense is now totally different. Totally different. They're playoff champs.
You're 100% correct. 100% correct, Todd. That was to your point earlier. But I think to Cory's point earlier, I would argue like he was just doing his job.
Don't disagree. I mean, it can happen anytime. But I'm saying if he had a decision to make to get down so that he could avoid that, it could be a smart thing. Now Dackworth's going to be done for the year, it looks like.
You're right.
Yeah, Dak might have broken his finger now.
I've come close to breaking a finger. I've never broken a finger, but I've come pretty close, and that's not the move you make when you break your finger. Or think you have.
That's the move you make when you hit somebody back of the head. That could be a broken finger.
That's a jammed finger.
I've broken all my fingers, Bob.
All of them?
All of them. Not my thumb. My thumbs don't count as fingers, so I haven't broken my thumbs. Broken each one of my fingers.
No, hold on. They count as fingers, 100%.
So I've broken all my fingers except for my thumbs.
No, so you've broken all your fingers.
Yes, except my thumbs.
No, so then he has not broken all his fingers.
Right.
Because thumbs are fingers.
Don't say except for my thumbs. Just say I haven't broken all my fingers.
I've broken all of my fingers.
No, you have not. Okay.
I just haven't broken my thumbs.
When you've got a little one on the way and you go to the hospital and your wife is going to deliver this child, when the child is born, they don't say, "Oh, he's got all 8 fingers." That's not what they say. Your thumbs are 100% fingers.
No, they're thumbs.
Dude.
I've hit.
What has Seattle done?
I have a ring finger. I have a pinky finger. I have an index finger. What's the other finger? Ring, index, pinky. I have a pointing finger.
Are we really having this conversation?
And you have a thumb finger.
You have
I don't
10
have a thumb
fingers,
finger.
10
I have
toes.
a thumb.
Next thing you're going to tell me, I don't have 10 toes. I have 8 toes. And then I have 2 big toes.
No, I have 10 toes. I have a big toe.
And you as well have 10 fingers.
That long-ass crazy toe. And those 2 toes in the middle that nobody knows the name of. Tarsals, metatarsals.
You have 10 fingers, sir.
I have 10.
Full
toes
stop, 10
and
fingers.
8
Done.
fingers.
Moving on.
2 thumbs.
Lions. Oh, Jesus.
I have 2 opposable thumbs, Bob.
So, yeah.
Separates me from the animals.
This is that's not the only thing. So this is the time of the season, time of the game in which we start bleeding players with unnecessary grievous injuries.
Yeah, sit them all on the bench. See what happens.
That's
Cowboys
not
aren't that good anyway.
Well, they just got a lot better. Shit.
I'm also really interested in how whoever built the Cowboys stadium with the lighting situation that's going on in there.
Oh, the
It's
shadows.
got a hole. It's got a hole in it so that God can see the Cowboys play. Corey, have you ever heard?
I'm sorry, Todd.
This is America's team, Corey.
I guess I'm just dumb. My bad.
That's the whole reason it's like that, so that God can see the Cowboys, dude. Because you can't see through a damn roof.
He's all-seeing, all-knowing, all-wise.
I
But
should
roofs
Can't
get
see
in the
through
way.
a roof
I should have known better.
and needs money.
Exactly, pays big money for that seat.
Right. Good to see Dak wearing the yellow mouth guard, though.
Yeah.
I like Kirby. I think he's doing a good job for us. Lately. I'll say lately.
I can't wait. I'm very interested to see what the update on.
Hutches.
Yeah.
I hope it's not bad.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you.
I hope it's not bad. That changes how the Lions look in a lot of different ways.
Oh, 100%.
That was a late flag.
Because despite having a bye week, even through the bye week, he still led all NFL players on tackles and sacks. Sorry, sacks and hurries. So do you think that, Cory, do you think Patrick's going to join us here in the mic in the second half?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was about to walk out of the car for something, so
Okay.
I can ask him.
Don't unseal the cork again, Corey. You'll be running to the bathroom.
No, I'm good now.
Yeah. You've already opened the seal, bro. You're not good now. You're going to be in a regular rhythm.
I opened a seal prior to us coming onto the live show, but it was a different seal.
Yeah, I don't think that rule applies to me, Todd. I went at half, and I won't need to go back again until the game's over.
Really?
Which is funny because Bob's the old one here, so
I know.
Killer bladder control.
so he
Nice.
says.
Or I could just be pissing myself while we're sitting here.
Or that.
we just don't know that he's peeing in the chair.
Technically, I didn't go to the bathroom,
like an
so
old man.
that's all good.
Oh, got him. All right.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to run to the car real quick.
All right, sir. We shall eagerly await your
back.
return.
Eagerly.
Eagerly await your return. Todd, you know the crazy part about knowing that you have guests booked, and I think we have 3. We're working on the 4th for Dave Hill to come back. But once you actually start booking guests, you start during the podcast going, "Oh, was what I said so stupid that if they were watching right now, they might decide to just I don't think we want a guest on your show."
Nah. I don't think that.
Is it
You know
only
why?
me? It's just
It's only
me.
you. It's just you. You know why?
No.
They're fortunate that we're letting them on our show.
I mean, that's, of course, how we would look at it.
how I
They
look
would
at
probably argue the opposite.
Okay.
But
That's
you know,
awesome. We're all the stars of our own show, but that's cool.
True. Very true.
Dude, these Cowboys are horrible. And when I say horrible, I mean good and horrible.
I mean, that's the thing that's going to help us win this game, I think, and put us up to 4-1. Although, isn't this your boy, the kicker?
Well, he's not my boy, but he's a good kicker. He kicks straight and far.
He kicks straight and far.
See that 50-yard field goal? He made it by like 18 yards. All right, so I'll look up the stats because he's got like a Brandon Aubrey stats.
Yeah, so what can we do here while Cory's out? We can.
His long this year is 65 yards.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Against the Browns, he's got a 57, a 52, a 65, a 60, a 55, and a 50 versus. He just hit a 50 against the Lions.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I love it. When did you put that in there?
Oh, it's been there for a while.
I love it.
I just never get to use it when it matters. But here comes Cory back from the bathroom.
PP.
You left me here to run the show while you were gone. So that's the kind of shit that's going to happen.
I told you I was going to the car.
Welcome back, PP.
As far as anyone else in the bar knows, you went to the bathroom.
Well,
PP.
yeah, but I'll give you PP, Todd. All right, good.
So
good
Bob,
return.
what say you now? Do you trot out Goff or do you put out who's your number 2 quarterback?
Hendon Hooker.
Look at the neck
right?
on Campbell. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. It's bigger than his whole head.
Oh, I didn't know he had that badass tribal tattoo.
Yeah, he's a humble man. He doesn't trumpet that.
He kind of reminds me of like a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I can see it.
With a longer neck.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, and not all the steroids, but. Ooh, all right.
Nice grab. Khalif Raymond. Sorry, Todd. Did I get it? Was I right? Was it Hendon Hooker?
Is it Hendon Hooker? I have no idea.
His,
It was a trivia question for you. Is it
Goff's
Goff's
backup? This might be the only trivia question I get. Unless I fucked it up and it's Hooker Hendon.
Yeah,
it's Hendon
that's
Hooker.
Not, I don't know. Yes, Todd. To answer your question, if we put up another TD, then Goff comes out.
Oh, Jesus. Dance right through those guys.
Yeah, isn't that kind of like a throwback to Barry, the way he would just constantly be looking to alter his route?
That was Barry Sanders-esque.
Montgomery averaging 7.7 yards carry.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Now, what would you do, Todd, if we score here? Does Goff come out?
Unfortunately, no.
Are you saying that because you know we don't score here?
No. I'm saying unfortunately, no. It depends more on what Dallas does. If Dallas comes to 3s and outs, then yes. But there's a lot of time left.
Yeah.
And if Dallas keeps
point.
being inept, then I'd say maybe it's a good time to start resting players because you don't want to lose any other. Because again, David Montgomery, if he goes down scoring this touchdown, you're going to be bummed, right?
Yeah.
Nope, he did his job.
Oh, they're going to strip it. They're trying to strip the ball.
You know, Bob, you know what? This is what I want to happen. See, this is where fantasy football gets a little bit in the way. I need one more stuff here. Because I need this.
Which doesn't help the
kicker.
Lions, but helps your team.
Yeah, exactly. Mary's like, I hate that. I'm like, I just need the team that I want to win by only 1 point. And if they're going to lose, I need them to lose by 27 points. And I need this guy to do that.
Was Mary telling you this while she was running the vacuum during our podcast? Because if so, I don't think you need to listen to that advice.
I got you. Come on, Cowboys, stuff them. There we go. That's the Lions I know.
Offsides.
Take a delay game, frickin' at the 1 yard line. Damn, is it Wayne Fontes night?
That was a really stupid penalty.
Wayne Fontes is in the building.
Does anyone notice the poor girl trying to walk around with all the Windows tablets in the background?
Right. How come there's no Clippy on this? On this Windows pad.
Don't they have racks for them that players can grab them off? They just need one girl carrying 15 of them around?
Yeah. Where's Minesweeper on this Windows pad? All right, third and goal.
Noonan.
Lions with the ball on the 6.
There we go. There we go.
You got your stop.
We
And
did.
You're also going to
Now
get
you
your
know
field
what's gonna
goal.
happen, don't you?
Yeah.
Your boy Blake's gonna freaking shank one into the freaking seats.
Stop it. Stop that right now.
I already know what's gonna happen, Bob. But you know what? Because I need this field goal, and because I need it, he's gonna do what kickers do. He's now he's stomping out a cigarette right now.
You have
Stomping
been you have been awful complimentary toward the kickers tonight, I will say.
Yeah, it's too close.
A lot of good things to say about kickers from Todd Dillon.
He made it.
All right, you got to stop doing that.
Hey, so I know that you guys are all bummed because the Tigers aren't in it, but are you guys watching the modern day Babe Ruth? Are you guys paying attention?
Mets Dodgers?
Shohei. Forget about the teams. Shohei Ohtani is a modern day Babe Ruth. 54 jacks, 59 home runs, and dude throws seeds at hitters, dude. He's a starting pitcher who hits 59 jacks.
No, Babe Ruth is American. This guy is Japanese.
He's American. He's American.
He's from America.
He is the modern day foreign Babe Ruth. How's that? Where's my picture, assholes?
Thank you, brother. Love it. Thank you so much.
Hey, Bob.
Yes.
Tell whoever took that picture that I gave him the bird. Where's my? Why am I not in that picture?
We
You know,
tried.
the funny thing is, at halftime when I walked past him, he stopped me and he's like, "Oh, how do you pronounce that? Is that Schnozzcast?" I'm like, "Well done. That is exactly what it is." He's like, "I really like that Todd Dillon. Is he gonna be here?" And I'm like, "No, he's in Seattle." He's like, "God damn it. I guess we'll stay." But you tell him he's my favorite.
How do you
Schnozzer.
pronounce that? Schnozzcast. No, I pronounce it velvet.
You pronounce it what?
Velvet.
Velvet.
How else would I pronounce it?
That
don't
makes
know.
sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
There we
That's
go.
all. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I like it.
I don't know what he's going to do with that picture.
I'm assuming
Perhaps
jerk off to it.
Put it on Grinder.
I think if he did that, that would be the thing that broke us.
We'd get some good responses.
Yeah.
Bob and I look pretty cute together.
Look at those handsome, obviously heterosexual guys sitting in front of that Schnozzcast logo.
Oh, well, they didn't see my hand was on your dick when he
true.
took that picture. It was under the table, so.
Yeah, he didn't use that under the table flash that we love so much. Here's the latest.
It feels like Dallas is trying to play worse.
Trying to play worse?
It feels like that, doesn't it to you?
I don't think they're trying a whole lot. That was a hell of a throw, though.
That was a hell of a throw and catch.
Why is Uncle Ray's Wi-Fi letting me down tonight?
Oh.
It's usually every night, but I can't say too much because we're allowed to live stream from here. So. It's done us good enough to live stream from here. So,
are you shitting me? They are trying to lose.
Oh!
All right, kick another field goal. Nice punch out.
Isn't that the Michigan fight song?
yeah,
It
pretty
is.
sure.
It is.
They know we're not watching Michigan, though, right?
The table in front of us, where old Paint used to sit.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit.
They've been very heavy on Hail to the Victors tonight.
Yeah. So, bro, you got to hold on to the ball. Bro, you got what you do is when they try and punch it out, you hold on to it with two hands. That's what he was saying over on the sideline. I'm a lip reader now.
You're a lip reader?
Now.
All right, Todd. Here's another question I'm going to pose to you.
I'm ready to pose it.
Do you think we could slash some of those salaries and expenses paid if there weren't 40 million people on the sidelines?
Again, start at the top.
No, totally get it. Totally get it.
Start at the top. I think what jobs do you think are wasted? I mean, because ultimately the cool thing about football that's changed since Bob and I played is you're right. There was no tablet wrangler when we played football, but every college now has digital media on the sideline, so there has to be a tablet wrangler. There's always been wire wranglers.
Nope. Why does there have to be a tablet wrangler? They have shelves. They can put them on shelves. If the players want to go watch it, go grab your tablet.
Have you ever heard this term sudden change?
No, but I've heard arrogance. And I feel like that's the case. Dude, go grab your own tablet.
Okay.
I
thought you wanted to win. If you want to win, you make it easy for dudes to get what they need. They get the information and they don't have to go looking for it.
Yeah, it is easy. You go grab it yourself.
Okay. What happens? Cory, what happens when I put it on the shelf and then all of a sudden I get the blue screen of death on my Windows? What about having an assistant to make sure there's no blue screens of death on that tablet?
That's one person.
Okay,
not four people.
You already fired them.
There's 4 people walking around with those tablets, handing them out.
Started discussing this. It was one person who was a tablet wrangler.
No, there was only one person that we saw on the screen. I guarantee you, there's plenty more than just that one girl.
Well, I don't know that you can make that guarantee, but I'll bet you there's probably 2 because guess what, Cory? What happens if 4 of the tablets reboot?
Then guess what?
Or
you don't
14.
get to see. You don't get to see. You realize football used to be played without that.
It did, but now people make hundreds of millions of dollars to do it, Cory. So the data that you can get real time and without incident or issue is important. You know what they used to do too? They used to not put water out for the boys. They used to
and that's my second thing is why are there's so many people standing on the sidelines with water bottles?
Because not all. Hold on. Not all the players take just water. Not all the. So again, now
guess what? Don't care. No. You have water. That's all you get. I know players want their. Oh, so I have this mix of Gatorade and whatever.
Yeah.
No.
If it makes it perform. Wait a minute. It's proven that Gatorade is better than water, and that's why there's Gatorade. So you're telling me though that if David Montgomery likes a specific mix because it makes him perform better, he should just have water?
Yes.
So what you really want is just an inferior sport.
Yeah, I guess if that's how you want to put it. No, I'd rather see an actual game rather than superstars and Hollywood actors out on the field. That's basically what they are at this point.
Okay.
You're so catered to during a game. It's unbelievable.
Because they're so catered to because, as you pointed out earlier, they're making so much money. You want to squeeze every ounce of value out of that commodity, and that sometimes means that people need a Gatorade that's 2/3 Gatorade and 1/3 water because Gatorade's a little bit too sweet for them. Sometimes people think Powerade gives them an extra step, and maybe the funny thing is when they freaking run their 40 times and you feed them Gatorade versus water, they happen to do it just because mentally they perform better.
Unbelievable.
It's what it is.
Unbelievable.
Science of the game.
It's just science.
Please be Cortland Sutton. Please be Cortland Sutton. Please be That's Cortland Sutton.
That was a good catch.
Did he catch it? Did they give it to him? I'm like, do I have a chance in my fantasy league?
They cut back.
They gave him the touchdown.
Did they?
In my fantasy league, they did. They haven't taken it away from him yet.
Oh, punch him in the face.
These running backs are tight tonight. They're just getting it done. I like when Campbell is happy.
What just happened there, buddy?
What's that?
You just said some words that
Some words?
very, very confusing. You like when the running backs are tight?
No, I said that they are.
They are tight, yeah. And
they're getting it done.
And you like when
And I said, I
Dan
like
Campbell
when Dan
is
Campbell's
happy.
happy.
Okay. Yeah, that's a
They may not be
strange
connected.
way of.
They can
Could've
be
been
true
easy,
without being
Cory,
connected.
but it's necessary.
I guess so.
Can't you cut me some slack on my birthday?
Well, your birthday was yesterday, so today's a new day, buddy. Sorry.
You know, there's a lot of people that we know, names will not be mentioned, who take birthday months, in which the whole month is a celebration of their birthday. I'm not taking a month. You can't even give me 2 fucking days?
Yeah, no,
I'll give you 2
I don't.
days, Bob. Especially since I forgot it and didn't say anything. I feel like a heel.
I appreciate that, Todd.
Todd,
I feel like a heel.
dude, you didn't say anything yesterday.
I didn't. I totally freaking forgot. I'm horrible. Dude, let's not.
We did
let's
talk.
not-
We
let's
didn't
be
talk.
fair.
We talked yesterday.
Todd Dillon has forgotten his wife's
He called
birthday,
me
so I'm not good.
That is true. You
Yeah.
had forgotten your own wife's
I
birthday.
have a horrible track record.
He called me during the party,
I
and we
did.
talked for like 40 minutes.
I know about bullshit. And
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
who you were
say
on the
it,
phone
which
with?
is-
Yeah.
I showed up.
Yeah, he was on a roll. I didn't want to stop him.
Todd, when Danielle and I got there, Bob was on the phone with someone, and he continued to be on the phone with someone for quite some time. Apparently,
Now
that
I
was
feel-
you.
I feel like a heel now. A double heel.
Lori's like,
You know what?
are
You
you
know what,
going to be
Bob?
on the phone? I'm like, it's Todd.
You know what, Bob?
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a Bible.
Why would you do that?
He needs Jesus.
I send you action figures and you send me a Bible? This
I'm gonna
hardly
send you a
feels like
collector's
a
item
quid
Bible.
pro quo
I'm going to
arrangement.
send you a collector's item. Well, it's either that or one of those NFTs.
Which are worth nothing now.
You might as well call and pay someone to come over to my house and kick me in the nuts.
Todd, I'll kick him in the nuts right now for $100.
For $100.
That's his birthday present.
Exactly.
I get
Post it
half.
on. Are
I
you
get
on
50,
Fiverr,
you get
Cory? Maybe I'll hook you up right now. Are you on Fiverr?
Shit, I'll go create an account.
I will take half of that for a kick in the nuts.
Yeah, he's down just a little bit short.
Well,
I want him to get
the old
stopped.
paints in the crowd are up in arms over that last play.
Oh, you see what you did now, Todd? We don't just have old paint. Now we have old paints.
They're all old paints.
Old painters.
All right, second and 13. Lions up 37-9. Third quarter. 17 seconds left. Goff scrambling.
And watch the tackle, Bob.
Yeah.
That's like now you're trying to figure out, is it worth it?
Right.
Yeah, it was. And look, he's fine. He got right up, and everything's okay.
That's
Todd,
true, because
what's
that
the-
would have knocked 2 out for 7 weeks.
Todd, what's the
Exactly.
NFL? What is the NFL rule on thigh pads, knee pads, ass pads, hip pads?
Wear whatever.
I feel like there's a lot of guys who don't wear any of those pads.
Yeah, you don't have to wear. You have to wear shoulder pads.
Right.
Nope. I'm sorry, Todd. I will tell you that isn't. There is a rule in the NFL. You have to have thigh pads and knee pads.
You don't have to
I
have
don't
thigh
think.
or knee pads.
I don't
Yes,
think.
you- yes, you do.
I think
You
there's
do
some
not.
of them
You
in
do
this
not.
game that are not wearing.
Exactly. You do not, or you don't have to wear them.
I'm telling you. I
All right.
just came across.
It's
going to
be the, ladies and gentlemen, start your watches. It's now the battle of the Googles. Cory is furiously Googling it, and so is Todd, each to prove the other wrong. Who shall be victorious? Stay tuned.
You know what you need to bring up? How many shots have we seen of Jerry Fox right now? They haven't panned to Jerry Fox, have they? You need to bring that up on your podcast. They haven't showed Jerry his fat fucking
What Tommy say?
We're getting some salty language from the old paints in the crowd.
Tommy, you can come up here and talk.
Take the mic. We don't need to bring it up. You can come up and bring it up. Come on up.
We have headphones on. It's hard to hear you. Come up here and talk.
All right. Take your time. He knows the offer stands.
There we go, Todd. Yes, the NFL requires all players to wear league-approved thigh and knee pads during games,
Except for who?
except for no one.
Punters and kickers, bitch.
Oh, okay. Well,
They
That's
are players,
fine.
Just like my thumbs or fingers, bitch.
so just because I was
My
right,
thumbs
you're
are
going to try. All right.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing here.
Well played.
I see what
Yeah.
you're doing here. But
Todd likes a good callback.
And here's the funny thing. I'm like Bob said though. We will be able to pick out a player not at those kicking positions who don't have them on. So they're not enforcing it.
so no, hang on. So I'm sure there's probably some form of a thigh pad or knee pad in there.
Sure,
It's
so
just
thin that you can't see it.
exactly, and as long as the league approves it, they're allowed to wear that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like look at Penei Sewell.
Well, I was going to say thigh pads are smart, but knee pads most of the time you don't see those on the receivers at all. Shit, their pants barely come to their knees.
Right.
Which is also another rule in the NFL, which you'll notice the difference from college and the NFL. NFL players, your pant has to go below your knee.
Thank you, Jameson. I hope there's no. If this isn't going to be a field goal, I'll take the Jameson touchdown.
Woo! There's a flag, though.
Yeah, so even if you're watching the video on YouTube, it might be difficult to see, but there's the owner of the bar, Jason Thomas, a fine gentleman. I think we'd all agree. Has a table. This is kind of where he holds court with a lot of the regulars,
Yeah, the friends of his.
friends and family. And one of these gentlemen was loudly talking to us, and we couldn't understand because we're wearing headphones to hear the podcast and each other, about something that we should talk about in the podcast. Like, you guys need to talk about that in your podcast. I didn't even know what he was talking about. I think we should not call that guy up. Get Patrick up and talk about that guy.
I told Pat to come out.
Yeah. Let's stop working on that guy because he doesn't want to come up. Let's get Patrick up.
So
And let
just-
Patrick talk about the guy who won't come up.
What,
It's-
Bob,
it's-
do you
it's
know what
Tommy.
the guy who wants us to talk about something on the podcast who won't come up wants to talk about?
No, I don't. But Patrick will tell us.
Okay. Hey, looks like I got another shot. Hopefully, freaking didn't burn his foot on a cigarette.
The
Come
old
on,
hot foot.
Shanker.
The old hot foot.
Come on, Shanker. Look at that. Shanky Shankstein made another one.
Killing it.
All right. So now would you take off out?
I think so. I mean, yeah, I take him out.
I totally agree. Perfect time to get your second string QB some snaps in the game.
Yeah.
Dude, Danielle just ordered wings. And
I can smell from
yeah,
here.
They smell phenomenal.
Oh, I like the wings at Ray's. Kate, tell Danielle to send one my way.
Danielle.
Danielle. Todd said he wants you to send some to him. Todd wants you to send some to him. The wings.
The wings.
We were just talking about the smell.
He can smell them from Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she's going to overnight them. They'll be there
Thank you.
tomorrow
Thanks,
morning.
Danielle.
Yeah, but they're going to sit at the end of your driveway probably for days before someone goes out to check.
That's
Yeah,
all
since the mailman's not allowed to come up your driveway.
That's right.
right. He's allowed to come up the driveway.
Since when?
Yeah, that's a new development.
You always have the gate closed.
Your laneway was
I
off
open
limits
the
to
gate
mailmen.
when they get here. Once I check them out, I open the gate for them.
Oh, that's right. The mailman hates you because he knows you're up in your office controlling all your goods
The weather.
around
Controlling the weather.
around the estate.
Exactly. I have my
And when,
space
it's pour-
laser.
and when it's pouring rain, you're like, oh, there you go, mailman. I will let you come into the driveway.
Mailman.
Yes, the mailman. The mail peoples.
All right, so I've got from the Almatique text thread the latest verdict on Aiden Hutchinson and the injury. They said, have now seen it on Twitter. Never seen anything like it. McNeil must be sick. Hutch's lower leg scythed through the air as he sacked Dak and collided with McNeil's leg, and it just snapped. You could hear it break.
Oh,
And I'm sorry, this is from where?
It's from a very reputable text thread that I'm on.
reputable.
How many doctors are on this text thread?
Multiple doctors.
Multiples? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs. Absolutely.
Well, I don't care about lawyers or Indian chiefs.
Yeah, so supposedly it was bad.
Well,
That's not good.
I mean, I definitely trust a fraternity text thread.
I mean, they're the latest word. And no, thanks.
Todd, pour yourself up a shot, buddy. We're doing another sneaky Pink Whitney.
The dog walk's going to be long today.
Well, tell Mary this is what she gets for vacuuming during the first half of the podcast.
There you go. I will make sure I tell her that, too. All right. I'm ready to go.
Oh boy!
Ready? Cheers,
Ready.
brother.
Cilantro. That's the lemony stuff.
Yes, sir.
That old lemon peel.
Ah, that's tart. Tart on the taint.
Well, you should probably drink it, not put it on your taint.
Yeah, are you butt chugging this?
Yeah. Why?
Twisted Tea vodka?
I'm boofing.
Is that the term we should?
Oh, he's down with all the lingo.
Yeah,
that
clearly.
the young kids are using.
You remember you used to boof back in college, Bob? I saw you boofing at the Sigma Chi house, the Sigmachi house.
You were older than me. I didn't hang out with the crowd. You were in a different age bracket.
Well, now that it's out there, I always have a bottle of vodka up my ass. So.
Boofing was after my time. I was at the goldfish eaters.
I remember hearing about it going, what the fuck?
Hold on. Hang on, Todd. Oh, hang on. Goldfish eaters. Yeah. Like where you swallow live goldfish and puke it back up?
Even worse, Cory.
No. Okay. Let's talk about it.
So there's a fraternity house that used to host a party, and when they'd throw parties every now and again, they'd have little kiddie pools full of goldfish.
Okay.
And certain drunk people would go over there and eat the goldfish. And you say swallow? Yeah, after you chewed them up.
And
And they don't taste very good, is what I'm told.
I'm glad you did not partake. Is that I'm regretting.
Have
that
you
I
ever
asked.
swallowed a goldfish?
Have I?
Yeah.
Me personally?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I've swallowed more than my fair share, unfortunately.
No, I've never. Why would you even ask me that?
Why not? I mean,
Cory,
How many,
it's a right
I
of
didn't
how
passage.
many
know.
have you swallowed?
Personally, I never have.
Yes, he has.
But-
No, I never have. But I know
Never
that Todd
swallowed
has.
one-
Okay, Todd.
Yes, sir.
Bob is saying you have swallowed a goldfish.
No,
before.
Todd just said he did.
I know he did.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, in all honesty, how many goldfish do you think you've swallowed in your lifetime? And did you keep them back up? Good interception.
Brian Branch, he's going. Oh, down at the 4.
Kick a field goal.
Kick a field goal.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
You want to? This is why fantasy football sucks. In my Boston EMC league, I thought, Detroit.
It's all.
down.
Yeah, the someone
It's
is in his eyes. It's God's fault.
It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout. Dak Prescott has 5 points. And for those of you out there who aren't fantasy football geeks, if my other quarterback had a pretty pedestrian day, he scored 17 points.
Right.
Like a good day is 25 points. A great day is 30 points. 5 points is like they didn't play. They got knocked out in the first quarter.
Nice. I mean, this
Now
gotta
definitely
be
Goff comes out after this.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that's the next level, right, Todd? This is the revenge tour for the Lions from the last Cowboys loss, 2019, right?
Yep.
And now that you're up, by 34, 35, that's a nail in the coffin. We're gonna put our second string out against you, and we're still gonna take points.
Yep. 46-9 in your house. Yeah, there. Oh, actually, even Dak's getting pulled now.
Oh, Dak's getting pulled? How is Amon-Ra getting called for unsportsmanlike? Let's see if they play it again.
Oh, they threw a flag on him?
Yeah?
Wow.
I don't know what he did, but
Yeah, I definitely hope they replay that. Oh, look at all the sad Cowboys fans. Oh, no.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, I forgot. I guess I didn't look. I read too soon. Dak now has 3.5 points because that interception he threw
took it
cost
away.
me 2 points. He took 2
Yeah.
points away. That's the lowest quarterback score that I've ever recorded in fantasy football ever.
What is he
That's
doing
one
with
of the
his
funniest
face?
things I've ever seen.
And secondly,
Is it-
here's something even worse. Here's how my fantasy day is going. And
Yeah.
secondly, in my big money league, where we start, thankfully we start 2 quarterbacks, but it still didn't matter. My second lowest score by a quarterback ever, Deshaun, I don't know how to not get sacked, Watson, scored 10 points today.
I don't know how to get sacked.
I don't know how to not get sacked.
Well, shit. Listen.
Oh, Dylan finally came on.
It's about
Oh,
damn time,
finally.
Dylan.
He's. Oh, yeah. Well, yes, it is.
What? Are you replying?
No, I'm just putting them on the screen.
Oh, okay. Do you have to do that, or will they eventually show up?
No, if I want them to show up, I have to hit it.
Really? I don't think I do that.
Yeah.
I've never tracked the chat.
You should.
You should. It's a
What if I
good
could?
You can, yeah, like Todd said, yeah, you can.
Anyone else looking forward to the last Venom movie here?
You know, I think they've gone downhill and the first one wasn't awesome, but you know what? I'm a Marvel head, so I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I won't watch it. Don't get me wrong. I won't watch it at the theater, but I'll watch it.
Technically it's not Marvel really. So I don't. If you're a Marvel guy, I don't think you need to watch it.
I would say that actually looked
That's
nothing
Sony.
like Marvel.
Yeah.
But this is confirmed. This is the last one.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
doing.
it's
I
DC
think
Comics,
they-
isn't it? Is
no,
Venom
no,
DC?
no.
No, it's Spider-Man.
There are Marvel characters that, like for the longest time, this is real nerd shit, by the way. So you could fast forward if you need to. Spider-Man and everybody in the Spider-Man universe, which includes Kraven, it includes Venom, it includes fucking Dr. Octopus, all of those people. Well, I guess not Dr. Octopus. Yeah, Dr. Octopus. They were all licensed to Sony. And Sony was like, fuck you, Marvel. We're creating our own Spider-Verse. And so we're doing 3 movies with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. Then we're going to do another 3 with Andrew Garfield. Well, I guess 2. Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. But it wasn't until they got Tom Holland as Spider-Man that they came to an agreement that they would, share in the release. That it could be a Sony/Marvel picture where Marvel could cast Spider-Man and then they could do it. So Venom is still not Marvel property.
Okay.
So he's not in the MCU. He's not canon. He doesn't interact with Tom Holland Spider-Man or anybody else from the MCU.
Got it. Okay.
The only thing they did, I think, was that in the credits scene, the closing credits scene for what was it? No Way Home.
Yeah.
It's some scene with Tom Hardy as Venom, understanding that this stuff just happened in the MCU. Who's the Spider-Man? Who are all these people that came in out of some other multiverse?
Got it. Okay.
And then so it was really, really quick and didn't really mean much other than like, oh, maybe they're going to go the next level and bring more. So, because once upon a time, before they, excuse me, before they made Iron Man,
Yeah.
Marvel didn't have any cash. They had no money, and they were they're like, we want to start our own studio. But so in order to make money, they sold off the rights to a lot of the minor characters, but some of them were major characters, including Spider-Man. They sold them to Sony. They sold them to other companies. So when they finally opened up, Marvel Studios, they didn't have every Marvel comics, the rights to every single character. They had
Right.
a lot of them, but there were some that they had sold, like even the Hulk. The Hulk was not is not licensed by Marvel. They sold the Hulk off, and he made
Because there were so many horrible movies made early on.
right that weren't made by Marvel, but they were trying to cash in on comic books. So it's all kind of fascinating, but it's really nerdy, totally nerdy shit. So if you were fast forwarding up until now, I am now done, and we go back to football.
I want to hear more about Marvel.
There you go. Now this is an area where if you paid good money to get in this game in Dallas,
Yep.
and now you're watching a bunch of dudes on the field who you don't even know,
Right.
that's kind of crap. I think the fact that now Dallas is giving up.
I mean, but so all right. Oh, there we go. All right. So Todd, I know we talked about from the top down, and I definitely agree with that. But there's also when people are still willing to buy ridiculously priced season tickets, that only helps the fact that those people at the top make that kind of money.
I don't disagree, Corey. That's you know how many tickets I buy to go to these games. Mary and I, we could buy tons of tickets. Very few. We might go and see a novelty game if there's somebody in town or something like that. But I'm not feeding this freaking craziness.
Yeah, no, dude. So even when it comes, I do like football, but as far as going and paying the insane amount, yeah, Danielle and I are never going to an NFL game. We'll go to. I'm a huge hockey fan, way bigger than the NFL.
Even that, none of the pro sports. Again, I'll do because Climate Pledge Arena is so awesome, and I am a hockey fan as well, and so I'll take Mary to a hockey game. But even that, like I said, that's crazy overpriced. I mean, and ultimately, it'll be at the NFL levels in 10 years if things continue to go the way that they are.
I don't disagree with that. But
So
the only tickets we will buy is like if they're $25 and under, and that's being resold on a site, we'll buy those.
Yeah, but that's our problem. Is I think this is a great. I love the fact that we do these podcasts, but I think we've lost sight of what's important, because the fact that people do pay what some people pay, and if you, let's say you buy the tickets to go to the game, and you buy a couple beers and a meal for you, your wife, and a kid, you're talking crazy. You're talking a couple days worth of pay for some people, for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
And so, in my mind, yeah, I think that's. I'm voting with my wallet. I think I said this earlier. This is the first year I haven't paid for NFL Sunday ticket. The product's not good, and it also serves the wrong thing. I mean, ultimately, same thing. There's a bunch of games that were blowouts today. Why am I paying a bunch of money to watch games where the starters don't even play? Not because they're not hurt, not because they went the extra mile, because they suck.
Yeah. No, yeah, and again too, like, yeah, why spend your hard-earned money to watch shit?
Yeah, and not for nothing, college football is going the same way. I mean, I know that we'll talk about this on one of our regular podcasts, but I griped about it on our last show. The fact that which Stanford is in the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference, all the way across the country, makes no sense. But if you look at these rosters, it's like the kids transfer every year. It's worse than the NFL. If I'm a quarterback at University of Central Florida, and then I transfer to University of Illinois, and then my senior year, I transfer 2 other times, and my senior year I play at this place because the guy's graduating and I get a shot at the NFL, and I'm supposed to be really good, but you're like, oh, this quarterback has got no chemistry with the guys. They didn't go to school together. They didn't come up together. College football and the transfer portal and all this money around sports, and not for nothing. With as popular as sports are in this country, these are things that are meant to bring us together. And I think that now sports is actually dividing us. We don't need anything more dividing us in this country. No, and the money and the cost of these things is absolutely out of control.
Oh, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
And again, I don't blame the athletes. They're at the bottom of the totem pole.
No. Listen, and yeah, we came to the agreement on that earlier.
Because Dylan Gabriel from Oregon, Dylan Gabriel, he's going to be a Heisman hopeful probably. He spent a year at Central Florida, 2 years, I want to say Kentucky or some other small or crappy SEC team. Now he's the starting quarterback, Heisman hopeful at Oregon. That's great for Oregon, and if they do well, it's awesome. But if they suck, there's a million schools that suck who have a guy there who's like, oh, he came in, but he doesn't know any of the other receivers. They've not spent freshmen together, toiling on the scout team. They haven't, you know what I mean? They've not worked together at that level, and it's all. And like I said, these kids transferring from one school to the other, and again, the money. And again, who's making all the money? The colleges are making a shit ton of money, because if all the money that now we're paying the college kids, they're getting a fraction of what the universities are getting. A fraction.
Right. No, and that goes to show, like, when you see these universities, you know, opening these new stadiums, or even like U of M, when they added on to the big house, and the amount of money that would take, and did take to do that, it's an insane amount. All right, picks it off.
Poor Cowboys.
I got to figure out what the record is for most picks in the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this is a legitimate woodshedding here.
At home.
Right. And like we said, they haven't won a home game since.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mike McCarthy, especially since Robert Saleh got fired last week,
Yeah.
This is permission. Jerry Jones has permission to fire. McCarthy should get fired. His team not only was ill prepared. I'm not shitting on the Lions are good,
Yeah.
damn good.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys are dinged up a little bit, but they didn't do anything today.
Yeah, they definitely got shit on big time.
There you go. Herndon Hooker's in.
Got the first down and then some.
Yeah, get in the snaps. Get the second string running backs in there. Because I think at this point we've made our point. The revenge tour is complete.
Yeah,
47-9. Like, it's clear they're not going to score more than maybe another field goal in the next 7 minutes. So, yeah.
Yes, this game's definitely done.
And like I said, I wonder what's the concessions and seats that Jerry Jones made today. A shit ton.
Yeah.
He should have to give that money back. There again. Talk about freaking the payers not getting paid. Jerry Jones should give everybody who freaking paid for parking and a ticket 50% of their money back. Because hold on a second. Because if I'm a Cowboys fan, you know who I came to see? Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, but wasn't that a Dave Chappelle quote after the Detroit show that he did, where he's like, "You are never getting your money back." Never.
Yeah. No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I get paid for the attempt.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what they're doing here.
Exactly. But I'm, like I said, and I would be more. I'm more the Chappelle's the player.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right.
'Cause
After the play.
As long as if Dave Chappelle rolled out and didn't say a word for an hour and a half, then I'd say he owed money back. If he says 90 minutes worth of words don't make me laugh, he made the attempt. I just didn't get it.
Right.
But the booking venue, well, wait a minute. I paid money and you brought a dude out who didn't say a word for 90 minutes. And like I said, if I paid Dallas Cowboys money to sit at the 50-yard line, close so I could see and smell the sweat from the players, and
they
Dak
fucked up.
Well, no, not again. It's one thing to lose, but when your premier $100+ million players aren't on the field, I expect to see them play.
Right.
Unless they're hurt.
What a good feeling it's got to be to sit on the sidelines, letting your alternate go in there, knowing that you were 18 for 25 for 315 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
against the Cowboys.
You won the game.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be a great feeling, all your hard work paying off. But fucking Hutchinson, that's a 486 total yards for the Lions versus 222 for the Cowboys. But Hutchinson's, that is a staggering loss for us.
I don't know.
And you lost him in a game that in the end you didn't even need him.
Right. Which, back to Cory's original question. What do you need him going all out and getting injured to the point where now we can't have his skills are gone. They're of no use to us anymore. Not this season.
We still don't know that because the only
If he broke
update
his
we got
leg-
was from a frat house.
Lawyers and doctors and Indian chiefs. I mean, I feel like it's pretty legitimate.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I
many
will say
of
this-
them
I will
older
say-
than
I will
Todd
say
Dillon.
this- I will say this, Cory. Again, I'm with you. We should wait and see. But air splints and carts.
No, I know that's never good.
Usually mean multiple weeks.
Yeah, not a good sign. I know that's not good. But you never know. It
Well,
could.
like I said, I don't disagree. Like I said, but air splits and carts. Regardless, because clearly this game, Dallas isn't going to show up. I mean, and it kind of sucks. Like you lose them in a game.
No.
They didn't even want to play, clearly. Like I said, in my mind, I think the first thing should happen is start from the top. McCarthy should have been fired 2 years ago, but now, and Jerry Jones should be fired, and he should fire himself. He's made a lot of bad decisions, and this team has far too much talent to be this poor. And that's not taking anything away from how really good the Lions are.
Right. You know, I gotta say, sometimes So we're a bit of a chameleon, this podcast. Sometimes we do an episode where it's a lot like Girl Dinner. We're just busting each other's balls. We're telling stories. We're having laughs. Sometimes we go out to Uncle Ray's. And the podcast that you get when we're at Uncle Ray's is markedly different than a lot of the things that we do from week to week because it is 100% sports focused. You know, Todd Dillon, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn by saying that you know, he's got a encyclopedic wealth of football knowledge, far more than you or I do.
I mean, fair enough.
I think that's fair. I would give you. I would say the same thing about you for hockey, but for football, like no, Todd's got it over us in spades, and so there's a lot of football talk. And part of what we try to do here is, like, let's not try to. I think maybe the first couple times we live streamed from Uncle Ray's during a football game, we tried to make it a little bit more like we were color commentators or something.
Yeah,
we tried to.
Agreed.
But I think this is much better in where we are much like a table like these guys, the old paints, where we're just sitting here. We're just sitting here bullshitting about football. And you know, if you're a female listener and you're not a football fan, like this is clearly not for you. And we're not trying to make it for you. Well,
I am.
If they're not into that kind of thing.
Ladies, you can disregard what Bob says. And if you want to hear more about football, and I'm not mansplaining it to you. If you got questions, concerns, if you want to put your 2 cents out there, send us an email at
1-800-Schnozzcast@gmail.com. No,
that's what I meant.
Schnozzcast@gmail.com.
1-800-Schnozzcast.
No, that is not a thing. We've never done that.
Look us up on Instagram.
I put the email up on the screen.
Yeah.
Just so everyone can see it.
Yeah, but listen, this is exactly how we started this podcast, and so it's back more true to the roots for what we did, which was a bunch of friends sitting at the bar, just bullshitting with each other and having some drinks, having some laughs, and you know, sometimes there's some funny there, but in this particular case, it's very sports oriented, very football oriented specifically.
Oh, that's why we're up here.
Yeah, because neither you nor I do fantasy football, but Todd loses thousands of dollars.
Hey, I win money.
Well, it's debatable.
Danielle's also in, I think, 3 leagues for like $4 million.
Yeah, but she won't come on the podcast, so I can't comment on her losses or wins in that area.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the sweet D of our It's Always Sunny doesn't show up on the show anymore.
Yeah. Sweet. I like the remark there, Todd.
You think she would like that?
Sweet.
Yeah.
For an Always Sunny reference, yes. And you know what's really funny too? I just came across the TikTok the other day. It was like someone compiled all the times that Rob McElhenney was like saying terrible shit to her, and they're like, but they're married. Like they're married. And he was like, you dumb bitch. And I'm like, he's kind of lucky, though, because you're like, oh, yeah, I just get to say it for the show.
That show.
They're not even gonna let the Cowboys get 16.
They shouldn't.
They're like, nope.
In fact, if Detroit's the team I hope they are, like the commercial I saw the other day, they're going to get the ball back and kick a field goal.
That was the other thing. Part of the conversation we had last night when Todd was rolling, we were talking about the. So I know we're not a political podcast.
Correct.
But so I'll just name facts here and not opinions.
Oh boy, here we go.
So Trump was addressing. Trump was addressing the Detroit Economic Club, and during that address to the Detroit Economic Club, he shit on Detroit. In Detroit.
Did you see the commercial, Cory?
I have not seen the commercial.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So having seen it, I'm like, well, that's an interesting tactic, Cotton. Let's see how that works out. And I thought to myself, I'm like, guaranteed within 24 hours, the Democrats will have a commercial with this, like, on the air. And sure enough, they did. So, but so Todd was Todd had, because obviously Todd's in Seattle, so he hadn't seen it because he doesn't get, those commercials don't air in Seattle.
Yeah, of course not. But
so he was telling me his thoughts about it, and I was sitting there, I was just listening to them, and I'm trying to keep my comments to myself, which I will do again here, but also knowing that
I think we're pressing an issue here that
we are. Yeah, but no, I'm not giving opinion on it at all.
It's actually, forget about the politics of it, Cory. Here's the thing. The commercial itself, it's kind of funny. Mary gave me a little
It
bit
was
of grief
very pro-Detroit, the commercial.
That's
right.
exact. And I was going to say that Mary gave me grief today that I was wearing a Seahawks jersey. And I'm like, nobody can question my love for the city of Detroit. I liked and loved Detroit. But it was still scuffed and dirty, and it wasn't the freaking Mecca that it is now. But when I saw the commercial,
it's still got some marks on it.
Yeah,
Todd,
Mecca might be a little strong.
But that's what makes Detroit, man. Ultimately, Detroit isn't a freaking. Detroit's not Seattle. It never tried to be. That's what I love about it. It's got scuffs on it, but it is a place now with a downtown that you can be. And by the way, it's been a downtown you can be really proud of since before the Super Bowl. But the Super Bowl. It put on a great show when the Steelers beat the brakes off the frickin' Seattle Seahawks.
Agreed.
A million years ago.
The city has come alive a lot more than in, let's say, the past 50 years. I think we're in our prime, and it's still on the upswing. So
it's on the upswing. I think it's a world-class city, and again, having worked downtown during my formative years, and the one thing I always loved the fact when people shit on Detroit when I lived and worked there, then I'm like, well, if you know where to go, you can get the same cool shit that you get in New York. Because I had the privilege of being able to go to New York, Chicago, and other large San Francisco and other large cities. And I'm like, oh, you want this in Detroit? I can tell you where to go. And if you're weak of spirit, you might be afraid to go there. But I can take you and show you the same level of thing. And so, again, staying away from the politics of it all, any commercial that frickin' puts Detroit on its proper pedestal. And I'm not saying it's the greatest city in the world, but Detroit is the real deal. Great city. Seattle hasn't taken that out of me. I lived in Boston for 5 years, but I love any commercial, regardless of its content, when Detroit talks about how Detroit is badass. And
it was a hell of a commercial.
I sent it to my buddies in Ohio, who also did. I was so pumped, Bob. I sent it to people who I know who either don't and maybe never lived in Michigan.
Right.
To show them how proud I was and how Michigan stood up for itself when somebody shit on it. And like I said, as somebody who's been in the dirty parts of Detroit and witnessed, things that I would never ever want to admit to, I've seen the greatness that Detroit is, and the culture and just the specialness of that city. I'm proud of the city of Detroit, and you'll never ever hear me crapping on it. And the other thing is, I won't ever let anybody crap on it. And when Detroit sticks up for itself, and I see it all the way here in Seattle, badass.
No, and that's I can definitely appreciate that, Todd. That does mean a lot that you still love the city, and you know what it's come from to what it is now.
Even when it's come from, that's the thing. And I want to underscore this point, Cory, especially because even when Detroit was corrupt and had all its warts, you know what it still had? It had grit. It had
character.
Stuff going. Characters, and character can get smushed in a couple of different ways. It had some things that were absolutely amazing. Even when Coleman Young and forget about the politics, and they were running the city in the ground, and people were corrupt. There were still pockets of Detroit that were world class, and that character is not the right word. And so, like I said, that's what's special about Detroit for me. Even before the casinos came in, Detroit still had pockets of Motown. That's
No, and
it's the mecca of music.
And I'm definitely not disagreeing with you, because I even before my time, I mean, I do love the city, and I love the history of the city. So I've read up on it, and I kind of know things that happened way before I was even around. But yeah, there were certain parts that were. Since you don't want me to use character, there were certain parts of the city
There are going to be grimy parts of the city. There are. I get it, and there were 100%.
Yeah, and that's what happens in a big city. But even back in the day, there were places you could go to that were basically bar none to any other cities in the world. And
I give you a great example too. Not to cut you off, Cory. Xochimilco's and Mexican Town restaurants down by the bridge.
Oh, amazing!
I wouldn't walk today, freaking more than 2 blocks away from those 2 restaurants, 2 of the best Mexican restaurants in the United States. Period.
Oh, and you would even eat. I'll even say 2 blocks is a little much, right? I would say outside their parking lot.
I got a card that gets me a couple blocks further than you.
Fair enough. But yeah, places like that. Yeah, Xochimilco's is it's a staple that's been around for a very long time, and yeah, a lot of people aren't going to know about it because if you're in the know, you don't go, and you probably shouldn't unless somebody in the know takes you there. Because that's like, I always chuckle when people are like, "Oh, what's the best coney?" I'm like, yeah, Detroit makes awesome conies. Awesome. Get the Lafayette conies are badass. Love. I got my coney preference, but dude, if you're talking and as a person who spent a ton of time in Arizona, great Mexican food, Xochimilco's. That's the real deal. Sorry to cut you off, man. No, you're
47-9.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Very
boys.
definitive.
You know what McCarthy just asked Dan Campbell, don't you?
You hiring?
Yeah, exactly. Do you know coordinator?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, right? If we lost touch for the rest of the season, that's definitely. Was it worth it? I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, well, I think we know how Cory feels.
Exactly.
Yeah. But hell of a game. So glad to have everybody with us. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're in the future, then we were thinking about you. We don't even know who you are yet, but we'll figure it out.
And keep watching. Go
Absolutely.
to YouTube.
Yeah. Why the fuck wouldn't you go to YouTube?
Why wouldn't you?
That's where we're going.
As a matter of fact, you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, all the streaming sites.
Grindr.
Yeah, Grindr as well.
Dude,
which we now we're gonna have to make a Grindr account now for the Schnozzcast.
Can I tell you guys? There was I don't remember the name of it, but there was a kind of Threads that had a link to like a site aggregator, and I'm like, oh, I've never looked at that particular one, and it's a site aggregator for podcasts. You can go and put in your podcast name; it'll tell you like all the services that you're found on.
Yeah.
It's hard to know that, right? Because we host on Podbean. Thank you, Podbean. We have since the beginning, and Podbean just spiderwebs us out to the internet wherever we go every time we publish a new episode. But if you were to ask me, like, oh, how many different sites are you available on? How many different streaming services where you can stream podcasts are you on? I would have no idea, but now I fucking know.
69.
Now I know exactly where they are, and they were services I'd never heard of before.
Really?
Never.
Huh.
And we're there. I'll send you guys the picture. It's it's pretty incredible.
Wow.
But
there we go.
So that means
how many though, Bob?
It's definitely in the 50s for sure.
I like it.
I mean, if you had to name right now different streaming services, could you name more than like 15?
Probably not.
I don't think any of us could.
Yeah.
There were 3-4 times more than that. I'm like, I've never heard of any of these places.
I like it.
Definitely love it.
All good news.
Love it.
So we'll be back on the air on next Saturday. right?
Yep.
Which I think is the what's today? The fucking
It'll be the 19th.
Today's the 13th.
19th. We'll be back in the air with another regular episode of the normal Tom Fuckery and Shenanigans. And then on the 27th, we'll have Year of October. They'll be interviewing, so
Yeah.
please join us for that. We'll be live for that. We're going to promote the hell out of it. We're asking them to do the same thing. Please come and definitely stop by. Give us some love. Give them your love. And we'll see you then. So
See you guys.
With that, love you. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next weekend. Peace out.